Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan.
With his boy Marcelo, America's #1 Spurs fan, Brazil #1 Spurs fan, here bringing you Frenemies, bro, because we are ready to get it down, bro, because it's going to be a hot debate today, because it's going to be my boy Son Heung-min, bro. Son Heung-min, you already know it, David. I'm ready to take you on. Let's go.
And it's against my boy Harry Kane, number 10, king of the lane, best number 10 in the world. So good, I can predict how well he's going to play it by his hair. That's how good this debate is going to be. And we're just basically going to be going through some stats and just seeing who's had the better season for Tottenham. Let's go through a few formalities first. Look, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Why not grab yourself a membership for the fan show? By the way, which I have to move from Friday to Saturday this weekend because of the match on Friday. And look, the description for channel memberships, it is in the description box below. Along with my email address and Marcelo's Twitter accounts if you ever want to get a hold of us. And also, get your views, get your points in, and why not do it in a super chat? You know, it helps the channel grow, and it helps me, create my dream of doing this full time. So why not do that? But look, let's get straight into it, Marcelo. Or actually, let's welcome a few people to the building first. Let's not rush. Let's take this nice and easy. Easy breezy. Mr. K says, come on, you Spurs. Harris Army, Samber soldiers. Absolutely love it, man. Sue Smith says, big up the Harris Army. Big yourself up,
feeling
Sue
better,
Smith.
Sue. I heard you, you were feeling a little bit sick. I hope you're feeling better, and good to have you back. Come on.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely echo that. It's good to have you back. And Cody Mack says, everywhere we go, it's the Harris boys making all that noise. Big up, he says, everywhere we go, big up, lads, keep it clean. No blows to the face or jewels. 100% Cody. Yeah, Danny Kiriaki accusing Cody of being the mole. We have Mr. Edwardson, he says, I've got this bad feeling that Woolwich are going to win the Europa League. Look, I don't think it's going to happen. Look, as Marcelo was saying, they have Villarreal, and it's Unai Emery's team versus Mikel Arteta. So it'll be an interesting battle there. Hopefully, the old Gooner can get one over on them.
Please, Unai. Please. All I can say, if they win the Europa League, we are finished as a club. We will have nothing to ever go against them. This is their worst team, and somehow they've won more trophies than us and our golden generation. It will be typical Tottenham if they do win it. Please, Unai Emery, do something about this. Do not let Arsenal win the Europa League. Stop them in the semifinals. You're our only hope. Please.
Yeah, no, 100%, and I echo that. Look, we cannot have Arsenal doing it. To be honest with you, I don't even want them to get to the final. I just want them to get hyped up, you know what I mean? Get super excited tonight. Let them enjoy it, let them get super pumped up. Then come the semi-finals, break their hearts. That would be so entertaining for us Spurs fans. And to be honest with you, after the final, whichever way it goes, it could be the only entertainment we have this season. But big up Rune LB says, Kane, no question. Creator BS says, come on, you Spurs. Victor HM, big up Victor HM. Everything football's in the building, big up Fen. William McKenzie says, I'm predicting 4-0 if Toby and Bale come back in. Yeah, big shout. That's for the Everton game. That's a big shout, William, and I hope so. We owe them toffees, big time. Who else have we got here? We have, let me see. We have Sunday Young. Big up Sunday Young. He says, we're a joke of a club. Yeah, look, I don't know if anyone's seen it myself, but did you see the Carabao Cup final mugs we're selling? You know what I mean? £11 a pop, lad. We're going to be absolutely humiliated if we don't win.
I haven't seen it, but I'm already dreading it. And, it's like, look, we get what we deserve. We have joke owners. We're going to become a joke club. So it is what it is. I'll say this. As a fan base, we're not a joke. Tottenham fan base, we are the best fan base in the world. I always stick by
Yeah.
that. You guys are the best. David and I are the best. There is no fan base more loyal than Tottenham fans. The pain and disaster we go through, it is horrible. But hopefully, throughout this stream, we can relieve that pain, give you some therapy, and you can watch David and I go at each other.
Yeah, 100%. Look, even if we just give you a bit of a laugh and take your mind off things for a little while, you know what I mean? That's what we're here for as well. As well as debates, we're here for entertainment and all things Tottenham. This is the home of all things Tottenham. You know what I mean? The Irish Hotspur is the home for it. So make sure you spread the word and get everybody over. This is a great, great channel. The BG says, Marcelo.
I'll read that one.
Go, give it to him.
I'll read that one. David, I'm telling you, bro, Sonaldo is the best.
Yeah. There you are, BG. You got what you wanted, my man. He absolutely loves it. Good to see you back, my man. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you tuning in, lad. Mr. Edwardson, he says, the next best team to Tottenham win is an Arsenal loss. Sadly, not happening tonight. No, it's not. And ATX 7 Gaming says, come on, you Spurs, come on. Big up everybody tuning in. Make sure you've already smashed that like on the stream. Make sure if you're new, you smash or subscribe on the channel as well.
Come on.
But look, Marcelo, we may as well get into it. State your case for Heung-min Son and why you think the Korean King reigns supreme over Mr. Harry Kane, Mr. Tottenham Hotspur.
So, in goals-wise, Kane, will always surpass Son. Goals-wise, Kane has been the best Tottenham player throughout this season, in my opinion. There's no debate about it, right? But I would say this. I think consistency, I think Son has had better games than Kane, has had, better scores, and has done more than Kane consistently. When Kane is on fire, don't get me wrong, he is the best player in the world. But when he is off it, I'm telling you, bro, he is off it. I've seen Kane sometimes where, he almost becomes non-existent. While, in my opinion, with Sonaldo, he's always, even though he's not having a great game, he's always giving his all. He's always on it. He's always looking for the ball. His dribbling is better. In terms of creating, they're actually the same. Son has 16 assists. Harry Kane has 16 assists overall this season. Goals-wise, yes, Kane does have a lead over Son. But here's an interesting fact. Goals-wise, Son, against the traditional Big Six, Son has more goals. Kane has 3 goals in total against the traditional Big Six. That is 2 goals against Man United and 1 goal against the Arsenal. Son has 6 goals in total against the Big Six. I think, 2 against United? Well, no, 3 against United because he scored at home and away. He also scored City, Liverpool, and then the Arsenal game. So in my opinion, I think that Son has been a better big game player than Kane, has showed up more than Kane in the bigger games, and I think his role on the left-hand side is extremely important. Don't get me wrong, Kane's role is also just as important, but I think Son has had to do more defensively throughout the season as well than Kane. Kane, if you look at the heat map, you'll look that actually Son's heat map is more than halfway. He's actually been more of a left wing back, if anything, this season, believe it or not. Although Kane has done some defensive work in the midfield and even gone in the center back, I can show you the heat map. Son has actually been one of our best defensive players this season.
Yeah, look, interesting you say the heat map, Marcelo, but look, the heat map just shows he's moving. The heat map doesn't show whether, what he's doing defensively, challenge-wise is, aerial duels, things like that. So, look, it may show that he's moving, but I expect that from a winger who plays on the left-hand side. But defensive-wise, look, this is just the Premier League alone now, Marcelo. We have Harry Kane. So, area battles won. Harry Kane has won 68. Son has won 17. Harry Kane has lost 93. Son has lost 52, which shows that Harry Kane is going into more area duels than Sonny. Kane actually has 9 blocks this season. Son doesn't have any. Interceptions, Kane has 9, fair enough. Son has 12. Like I said, it shows the guy's moving. And like that heat map predicts as well. Tackles, Harry Kane is 20, Son is 25, so fairness. But you expect your winger to probably have a bit more than your striker. And then headed clearances, Kane actually has 32, Son doesn't have any.
Oh, well, headed clearance, I will give you this. I think Kane beats Son and clearance and a header. I mean, he's even had a, on the line header clearance.
Yeah.
So that and I mean, in my opinion, that's already crazy. But for me, Sonny also, out of all of our forwards, Son has also played the more games than anybody else. He's played more games than anybody else, so he's our least rested player, believe it or not. But I also will bring
interesting why you say that, Marcelo.
Although
I
Kane
actually have a stat here.
Kane has played more minutes this season, though. I will
Yeah.
clarify that. But
Son has been brought off in the Premier League. I think it's 12 times this season. Kane has only been brought off 4 times.
Yes, but Kane, I will say this, has been rested. I've been looked. Kane has had more rest than Son this season. Even though he's had more minutes, Son has played more games. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird stat, but Sonny, because Mourinho would often substitute Son in Europa games, but he would still play him there. But in terms of Sonny, I would say this: he's also a better dribbler, and he creates more space. And now I will also use this other thing. Sonny, in my opinion, in terms of being our creator, is massively underrated. He has put so many crosses in the box. He has created as many assists as Harry Kane has. And actually, in my opinion, I think Son creates more space than Harry Kane for our attack. I think his pace, I think his dribbling is so crucial to creating space and creating motions of attack.
The space, I'd have to disagree with you on the space, because although I'll give it to you, Son is better at dribbling. I'll give you that. One thing Harry Kane does, he drops deep and allows the space for Son to get in behind. We've seen it so many times this season. Kane drops deep, picks up the ball goes in behind.
I disagree with you. I think because, in my opinion, right, Sonny has to do a lot to get to those balls that Harry Kane gives him. He has to cover so much space. He has to, beat so many defenders to get those balls. Don't get me wrong. They're beautifully well-weighted pass, but Sonny, I think, a lot of Harry Kane's assists this season, which has come off from Son, right? I think a lot of those assists, Sonny had to do a lot. Like, for example, I'll take, I don't want to take too much for people, but John, John Cooper, I think is his last name, right? John from we are Tottenham TV. He even said it. Like, for example, the Southampton game, Kane, great pass, but Sonny had to go through so much to get to that ball. He had to time the run. He had to get the ball. The finishing had to be clinical. Actually, Son's XG has been insane this season. So has Kane's. But Sonny XG has been insane. And a lot of Harry Kane's assists comes from Sonny. And although you can say, well, isn't that Harry Kane? Isn't Harry Kane feeding the ball? Incorrect. Son has had to do a lot to still score the goals. He's had to do a lot. And I think, I think what Son has done this season, Harry Kane has not, which is get behind defenders, outrun defenders, get the ball, and just be clinical with the ball. I think when Sonny goes missing, Harry Kane often goes missing a lot. And you know what? As much as I love Harry Kane, I don't want to diss him, but in the big games, he has not been doing it. He has been
well,
going
Brian Ireland had a question on that. He says, how many of Son's goals were assisted by Kane? And I think he means in the big games.
How many of Son's goals been assisted by Harry Kane in the big games? Well, okay, I can get that. Yeah, well, I don't have it on top of my head.
Would Son's stats be nearly as good without Harry? So that's interesting. Look, Marcelo's going to get that up for you, Brian.
I disagree with you about Sonny's stats being as good as without Harry, because if you remember, when Harry Kane, every time he got injured, who stepped up? Who was our main goal scorer? In fact, remember when there was the big debate whether if Sonny even looked better without Harry Kane? Remember, that was a real debate that we were having at one point. So I disagree with that. I think Sonny can play without Kane, but I think Kane struggles without Son. I do really believe that.
For me, I actually think Kane is a bigger miss to the whole team in general than what Son is. I think without Harry Kane, goals are hard to come by. And usually it does maybe come from a moment of Son magic or something like that. But, he couldn't. For me, Son wouldn't carry Tottenham the way Harry Kane has. This guy is a leader. The influence he has in the dressing room. You know, like I said, without Harry Kane, we've no vocal point. We miss. We don't score nowhere near as many goals. We don't play nearly as well. And with Harry Kane, look, I get maybe the goals in the big games. But what that has shown this year is that Harry Kane has dropped deep, picked up the ball, and created them runs and that space in for Son. Look, maybe bar the Arsenal goal, but Harry Kane did score against Arsenal, to be fair to him. And for me, look,
but I mean,
think
that
Harry
goal,
Kane, if Hugo Lloris wasn't there, Harry Kane is captain of the team as well. And for me, I think we could sell Son and look, don't get me wrong, I love Son. I don't want to go down the route of selling Son. Just so everybody knows, this isn't insane. We're just having a debate. For me, if we sold Son, you could probably get someone to replace him. If you sell Kane, the only person replacing him is Salah.
I disagree with you. I think there's not many people that replaces Sonny. I think the only person in the Premier League that could replace Sonny and do what he does is Mane. In fact, actually, when Mane has lost to Van Dijk and has to do more defensive duties than before, he is putting up worse stats than Son. Son has been one of the best left wingers in the league, if not in Europe. So I disagree with you on that one. I think we're very fortunate to have one of the best left wingers and one of the best strikers in Europe. But the issue is,
Marcelo, you're being rude. Yeah. You have to correct yourself. One of the best wingers and the best number 10 in the world, lad. Come on. This guy, he like, you've seen the angles this guy can shoot from. He can shoot, he can create, he can drop deep, he can play Kevin De Bruyne. Not only that, Marcelo, he can play right back, he can play centre back. He's crucial for defending from set pieces. And, look, for me, he's just Mr. Tottenham. For me, I actually think this debate is more like selling candy to a child, to be honest with you. I think Harry Kane is naturally going to win.
No, but I disagree with you. No. Hold on a second. You can't just say that. You can't dismiss my Sonaldo like that. Sonaldo can dribble a whole team, bro. He can take a whole team on and say, "Give it to me, bro." He can take on defenders, bro. He can dribble past anybody. His speed, he is lightning fast, bro. When he gets the ball, you don't even see it, man. That's how fast that man is. Best two-footed player in Europe, bro. Don't discredit him. Best two player, left and right. Sonny, it don't matter, bro. He don't get it wrong. And then in the big moments when we need it, he steps up. City, bro. City. Liverpool, he scored the goal. Okay, we lost that game, but he still scored the goal, man. United, he tore up United at their own home ground, bro. You remember the minute, bro, he made Maguire look like a Ferris wheel that day, bro. Maguire was spinning. He didn't even know where he was, man. I'm telling you, don't disrespect Sonaldo, the Asian sensation, the Korean king. He's got a whole nation behind him. You tell him about importance, bro. This man owns a whole country, man. He is the most popular player in the whole country. The amount of revenue he brings to Tottenham is insane. It's insane. We got a whole country backing us just because of the man. Come on, don't put disrespect on Sonny like that.
No, look, I get that. Look, I do respect Sonny, but for me, look, Harry Kane, he is Mr. Tottenham. He's come through Tottenham's system. You know what I mean? He's gone out on 9 loans. He's dedicated. He's the ultimate professional, Marcelo, the ultimate professional. Look,
Sonny isn't. Sonny is always fit. Sonny is always fit.
One thing I will say, though, he always looks a lot more tired than Harry Kane.
Yeah, but that's because he played. Okay, I know we're only talking about this season, but if you look at overall, Sonny has barely missed a single game for Tottenham. A single game. You know what I mean?
But with Harry Kane ultimately ending all the seasons with our top scorer, do you not think that maybe, even though he's missing 2 months, he's still ending top scorer? So what does that tell you?
Well, hold on a second. Kevin De Bruyne is not always the top scorer of his team. He doesn't end the season every time top scorer. You know what I mean?
So Kevin De Bruyne is Harry Kane.
Oh, come on. Sonny's created the same amount of assists as him. And I will say this. Sonny's assist has actually been right at a silver platter. Like, for example, Burnley, when Sonny just crosses the ball, Bale, just a little easy tap in. A lot of Sonny's assists have been on point and on target. It just doesn't go on saying. But, Harry Kane, the reason why it's a spectacular goal is because also Sonny has to do quite a lot to do make those goals. Like, for example, I mean, like, the one against, United, for example, where Kane, makes a brilliant. I mean, don't get me wrong, Harry Kane is brilliant. I'm not trying to discredit Harry Kane, but
He's the goal. Say it. Allow
no,
yourself to say it. Harry
no,
Kane
I
is
will
the
never
goal.
say it.
Allow
It's
yourself.
Ronaldo is the GOAT, baby. But when Harry Kane, he does that quick turnaround, he does the quick pass, and it was a brilliant thinking from Kane. But Ronaldo had to do so much. What did he have to do? He had to beat about 4 to 5 defenders to get that ball and then score and be clinical with De Gea right in front of him. So I disagree with you about the whole creativity thing. Ronaldo has been just as creative as Kane has this season. Just as
Well, I
creative.
actually have stats for you just in the Premier League based alone, just for the moment. But before I get into that, Will Stewart here with a super chat. Big up, Will Stewart, my man. He says, not seeing enough super chats, lads and ladies. I'll break the seal. Big up, Will, man. Much appreciate. This guy is so much help on the channel as well. Everyone get over, check him out. He does absolutely brilliant shows. And I believe he's setting himself up for an 8-hour stream, win or lose on the Carabao Cup final. So big yourself up, Will Stewart.
That's crazy, man.
We'll get a couple more comments in here.
Yeah,
and everyone else, look, get your super chats in. You want to keep seeing Frenemies, you want to keep seeing the Irish Hotspur grow, you want to see it go to the very top. Get your super chats in with your views. If you have any stats for us, get them in. We'll sit here, discuss it. And it especially helps when the chat gets busy and we jump to your comment and we discuss it. The Smasher says, I'm glad that City won yesterday because they are 3 tournaments then. Yeah, no, look, yeah, 100%. I believe their Champions League game is 2 days.
Lose.
2 days after the Carabao Cup final, so they might rest a few players, hopefully. Mr. Edmondson says, the overdue rebuild has to be done around Kane and Son. No way can we take the backward step of losing either of them. What do you think on that, Marcelo?
Oh, 100% agree. Look, this is a debate between Kane and Son, but I think what everybody here will agree is that there are 2 best players, and we need them at Spurs. Whether I personally think Sonny, is right now one of the best Tottenham players right now. You think it's Kane, but we can all at the end of the day realize that they're both fantastic players at what they do.
Unfortunately, though, one is better than the other, and Harry Kane is better.
I mean, unfortunately, Harry Kane can't, dribble 4, 5 players all at once. I mean, like the thing is, right? Don't get me wrong, Harry Kane
doesn't need me. He's built like a superhero, man. Anyone comes into him, he just pops, he flexes his arm, man, just bounce off his muscles. Can't get near the guy, and then he just does a little hair sweep, and he looks at the camera, and he says, "The Irish Hotspur, I'm scoring today." And I just no bother, Kane. You know what I mean? The big heart. Let's go, baby.
Nah, I'm sorry, but Ronaldo's goals are so electrifying, bro. How he just tears through the fence. Nobody can catch him. They try to see him. They're like, but he's almost like the Flash, man. When he gets the ball, it's electric. It's electrifying. And then when he just hits it, bro, you know it. You know it's a goal, and it's beautiful. I mean, come on. You telling me, David, that Arsenal goal when he just absolutely did them, that beautiful curve. I saw your face. You were just ecstatic. That amount of electricity only Ronaldo can bring, bro. The smile, the beautiful face. He's everything, bro. He's everything. He's Mr. Tottenham.
No, look, I get it. Look, I love Son too, but to call him Mr. Tottenham, it's absolutely absurd. Honestly, there should be a warrant out for your arrest making a statement like that, because Harry Kane, lad, he is the ultimate. Look, with Harry Kane, he's the top scorer in North London derbies. You know what I mean? He's even picked what they call the Great Henry, who, by the way, robbed Ireland, so I absolutely despise him. I hate him. But,
fuck Henry. We can agree on that.
Look, Harry Kane, he's top scorer in North London derbies, man. What you're talking about, big games. When the biggest of them all rock round, who's ready? Harry Kane, lad.
Come on, man. Ronaldo has shown up in the last 2 derbies. What are you talking about? The last 2 derbies we won, it was because of him. But no, I want to go back to the vocal one. That was another point I was going to bring up. Ronaldo, so far this season, has actually played about 4 different positions, really, if you think about it. He has played left wing back. He has played left wing. He has played right wing, and he's even played striker, bro. So the guy can do it all. The guy, he looks at Mourinho. He's like, just put me in, coach. Just put me in, and I'll get the job done, bro. I'll get the job done. Harry Kane can only play 2 positions, and that's as a striker, and that is as an AM, bro. Don't tell me otherwise.
Look, do you know what? Harry Kane is that good that no one will come and sit on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Apart from Vinicius, no one will come to Tottenham because they just look at Harry Kane to say, I'm not. no, look, this guy's irreplaceable. So they just don't come to Tottenham. That's how good he is. Look, we have loads of wingers. Son is the best of the lot by a mile. But look, no striker comes to Tottenham and takes Harry Kane's position. Not at all. It can't be filled. That's how good he is. But what do you say to Son Young? He says, do you think Son is world class? I don't think so.
I don't know, bro. Like I hear this thing about Sonny not being world class. 19 goals, 16 assists. The guy plays every minute. The defensive duty he does, the creativity that he creates. I mean, even you, David, wouldn't argue that Son isn't world class. Come on, that's a ridiculous statement. Sonny is 100% world class. If Sonny is not world class, then Mane can't be world class because Sonny's stats has been better than Mane's this season. He's been better than Mane this season. So, if Mane is not world class, then of course, then how is Sonny? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Sonny is up there with the Manes. He's up there with everyone. The only difference between Sonny and Kane, and they even do this to Kane, and I hate it. They like to diminish Kane. They put DCL over Kane. Even though Kane is has had a million stats. Everybody, every time a striker has one good week, they like to big them up. Never big up Kane. So, it's ridiculous. The only reason these two players don't get the love that they deserve and the praise that they deserve is because they haven't won a trophy. Simple as, David. That's the only reason. Only reason. If Sonny and Kane won a trophy, they'll be regarded as the best partnership. You wouldn't hear Lampard and Drogba fucking ever, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, I can't even dispute that Son's not world class. I think he is world class. Look, Son is incredible. I think he's probably the best left winger I've ever seen at Tottenham. But there's one man who outperforms him year in, year out, and it's the GOAT. It's the great. It's Mr. Hairspray, quick flick of the hair. So good, he took head and shoulders from Joe Hart. It's Harry Kane, man. He's the best.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You say he outperforms Sonny every year. But wait, who won our player of the year? Two years in a row. Who won it?
Look, that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about goals and assists. I'm talking about goals and assists now.
Who won our player of the year 2 years in a row? Huh?
How many years has Harry Kane won it, lad? How many years has Harry Kane won it?
Say his name. His name is sold out, though, baby.
Look, William McKenzie says, Son can rip open a defence. Kane will score from anywhere. That is a fair comment. A great comment, my man.
I agree with you. And I'll say this. It all depends from what you see, because personally, I love pace, agility, the dribbling. Me, I'm Brazilian. I love the samba football, and for me, Sonny is the closest to that. Harry Kane, most clinical striker I've ever seen in my life. He's a great player, but for me, Sonaldo, just the electricity that he brings, him all day, baby, him all day.
Yeah. Look, each to their own. You're never ever swaying my mind. But Dan N says, I'll give Marcelo this. Son came out and basically cried after Man U game. He loves this club more than life itself. Look, I've no doubt he loves this club. But look, Harry Kane also loves this club just as much, if not more. You cannot deny that. He says, I do agree with you both. Son is more pace than Kane, though. 100%. But look, Sanchez is more pace than Alvarado. Streets in the difference.
Come on now. You did not just make that comparison, though.
No, but what I'm saying is it doesn't come down to pace, though, lad. It doesn't come down to pace. Sometimes class can outweigh pace, lad.
Oh, Sonny don't have no class, bro. When has Harry Kane ever dribbled a whole entire team and scored a Puska Award goal, bro? My boy has a Puska in his bed, bro. He wakes up, he sees that beautiful Burnley goal every time of the week. No, look, Puskas award winner, I'd give him that. But one thing I go to bed dreaming at night is that Harry Kane goal against Arsenal where he just floated it in, lad. Bend it like Beckham. Yeah. I go to bed dreaming of that. Sometimes that's my porn, lad. I'm not even messing. Bob Spur TV says, yes, lads, without predicting the obvious, top show with two top lads. Kane is probably worth twice the amount of Son. 85 million, Kane 170 million. I was actually looking on Transfermarkt today, and they had Kane at 108 million. I didn't see what they had Son at because, to be honest with you, I just knew Kane would be worth more. Paul Brown says 93 million, but I will debate that. Because Sonny brings more revenue to this club than Harry Kane does. The fan base and the merchandise that Son sells at Tottenham for Korea is insane. The amount of money he brings to this club is insane. So, yeah, sure, maybe, his value is a little bit higher, but I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, David, when you have Sonaldo at your team, you don't just have Sonaldo, you have Korea in your team, bro. That, whole of South Korea, baby, they all love him. They all cheer for him, and they know he is the king of the lane, Mr. Tottenham himself, Sonaldo. I
Yeah,
know
no,
that
look, to
hurt.
be honest with you, one thing I'm not going to deny is that, like, look, Son, the reason why, I'm going to be honest, the reason why Heung-min Son brings more revenue to Tottenham is because Harry Kane's always scoring, so he gets the goal bonus and the appearance fee. So therefore, lad, he's taking away money from the club. So in that respect, Son probably does bring more money to the club, because Kane is just taking it out with all his goals and he's assists, he's man of the matches, lad. That's what's happening there. The
But does he
BG
have a
says,
Puskas?
lad,
But he
in
doesn't
terms
have a
of
Puskas.
technique, I say Bale trumps both. I don't know on that one, BG. What do you think, Marcelo? And then you have your say on what I just said.
Look, if it was Prime Bale, I mean, in my opinion, Prime Bale does trump both of them. Prime Bale was something else, man. Um, technique, yeah, no, Prime Bale, yeah, Prime Bale technique wise, yes. But I think Sonny. I think you see the thing is with me with Kane, right? Is that sometimes he can be very sloppy and very lazy with the ball. And that infuriates me. His first touch is not always the best touch. When he looks tired, he just looks like he looks like he couldn't be bothered to get the ball. That's something that does infuriate me about Kane. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't put 100% effort into every game. With Sonaldo, what I can say though is that he puts 100% effort every game. You know why? The reason why he looks always exhausted, because the man runs up and down the pitch like like he's jumping up in bed, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. The man work ethic is insane. What do you have to say to
Yeah, no,
that,
look,
David?
I get the work ethic, but look, Harry Winks does a lot of running, but it's what you do in that running. Look, he is way better than Harry Winks, of course. Don't get me wrong, but with the area of the pitch he's in, I would expect to see his heat map be more. But look, to be honest with you, bit debatable though, because say Harry Kane gets back for corners, when it's 1 minute to half time, Harry Kane's there right back making the challenges. And defensively, Harry Kane's stats is better. So Son may do more running, but Kane's defensive stats are better. But what do you think about Tua Kippel? He says Son is a bit of a purple patch player though.
Um, Listen, I'll say this, consistency wise, you do have me there, David. Consistency wise, Harry Kane, he scores goals every day of the week, right? He scores the goals weekly, right? But I think in the bigger moments when we need to score the goals, Son has been the guy. Sonny has been the guy that stepped up. I think, for example, the City game was perfect. I think the Arsenal game was perfect. He scored the opener. Every time we depended on the big games, I think I've looked more at Sonny than I have looked at Kane, believe it or not. And the
Look,
stat does show it. The stat does show it because he does have double of Harry Kane's goals against the traditional top six.
Look, what I will say is what you need to provide me with there, Marcelo, is how many of them goals Harry Kane has assisted, because an assist is just as good as a goal in my
Well,
books.
how many goals have Kane? Well, Sonny. Okay, so I'll tell you this: Sonny has assisted Kane with the Arsenal goal. Remember that he assisted with the Arsenal goal. He assisted Kane with the United goal, and well, the other goal was a penalty. So actually, almost all of Kane's goals against the traditional top six has been assisted by Sonny. Now I can't tell you for Sonny how many Kane assisted, but I'll figure that one out. How about that?
Yeah, figure that one out first. Figure that one out first. But Holly
But you read
Agenberg
the
says
chat.
two different players. You can't compare the two. Look, Holly, in an ideal world, you can't. But look, this is Frenemies. We can do what we want here, Holly. We can compare the two if we like. Big up, Holly, though, everybody. Get over, check her out. Recently reached 1K. Absolutely love it. Will Stewart answering the call with a super chat. My man. He says, sorry, David, but Son has a Puskas, which puts him up there with Messi, Neymar, and Zlatan. Player of the Year, Ballon d'Or nomination in 1947 individual trophies. Kane personal trophies are less. And no Ballon
No
d'Or
Ballon d'Or
nomination.
nomination.
Look,
That is true, bro.
Will, that's because people don't respect Harry Kane like I do. You know, they don't see things through the eyes. Kane, he's an absolute terrific player. The reason why he probably doesn't get nominated is because he's up against, you know, like Ronaldo, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Neymar, you know what I mean? Players like that. Yeah, okay, Son. Look, the reason why he got nominated was for his Champions League run that year, which was incredible. I'll give it to him. It was incredible. But look, for me,
closest we ever came to winning a trophy.
That just goes to show how much disrespect they put on Harry Kane's name. That's alarming, Will. Great stat, but it's alarming how much disrespect they put on my guy's name. You know what I mean? Harry Kane's boots are that big, size 12s. They can't be filled. They can't find another man to fill them. You know what I mean? We cannot look. Harry Kane leaves Tottenham. Okay, the club will still be here, but we're going to take years to get over him. Cody Mack. But Will, I'll give it to you. You got me stumped there, my man. Big up for the super chat. Absolutely love it. Everyone else, follow Will Suit. Get your super chats in. I do try and get your comments up regardless, but when the chat is flying, it helps and it means we get straight to your comment. So don't be afraid to support the channel, help it grow as well. Cody Mack, Marcelo, he's doing a tracker on how many times he says, you say, I'm telling you, bro. I think we're on 6 at the minute.
David, I'm telling you, bro. Out of Sonny's 6, what is it? Goals against the traditional top 6, right? In total, Harry Kane has assisted him with 2. I'll name you those 2. The one against United, where he gave the ball to Sonny with the fast pass, and the other one against Arsenal. Which, let's be real here, that is not really an assist. That was all Sonny. That curve, that goal, that is all Sonny. That is no assist.
Look, Son created the movement, but, you know, the ball has to get to Sonny Marcelo. The ball has to get to him, lad. And Harry Kane provides that link.
That's like saying Jan Vertonghen's assist against Burnley was the thing that helped Sonny score. That assist, Harry Kane basically just said, hey, Sonny, all right, do your magic, baby. And he just did it, bro. He curved that. He might have had a wand with that, bro, because he made that ball curved all the way through, man. Fantastic goal.
Look, a person who plays attacking football myself, Marcelo, I do have to say, you know, you can be as good as you want up front, as clinical as you want. If your players can't get you the ball, the chances don't come. Sean Mitchell here, interesting. What do you say to this, Marcelo? He says, I think Marcelo is trying to prove Son is better than Kane. It's like milking a bull. Oh, very nice, Sean. They're very alike, but you have 2 very different results. Good comparison, that.
I listen. I disagree. I'm milking the cow quite fine, baby. I'm milking the cow quite fine because you know what? The thing is with Sonaldo, right? Is like Will said, more individual trophies. This guy has won his country a thing. What has Harry Kane won for England? What has Harry Kane won? My boy has a gold cup.
Does Son have a golden boot at a World Cup? Big up, William McKenzie.
Oh, come on now. You're gonna compare Korea. South Korea with England. England has
much better than South Korea.
Yeah, come on now. And guess what? Let me ask you this though. Does Harry Kane have a trophy with England, baby? Because my boy does. My boy has a gold chain right there, bro. He goes home with that gold chain. He came into Tottenham. Did you see how he came into Tottenham, David? He came into Tottenham with a bling bling, bro, with that gold there, baby. Come on.
Yeah, no, but look, with Harry Kane, with England, we know the tortures they go through in international competitions to give them their best finish in a long, long time. You know what I mean? And to single-handedly drag them through with them goals. You know, it's an amazing thing to do for the country, especially with the pressure that was beyond them. Look, you know what I mean? You have greats in R9, you know, who prides himself on winning that golden boot at a World Cup, lad. You know, Harry Kane, that's probably sitting pride and place in his mantelpiece right now. He probably shines that every day it means that much to him, lad.
No, and like I said, goals-wise, I'll never debate you that with Kane. But it's not just always about the goals, and you know that, David. Behind the Ronaldo, there was the Rivaldo. Behind the great Romario, there was the Bebeto, baby. Behind every great striker, there is a great winger. And in my opinion, those wingers, they go unnoticed, bro. Rivaldo, ever since he's retired, we have not been ever close to a World Cup. I will tell you this. As much as I love R9, and don't get me wrong, he is my favorite player of all time, David. R9 is my favorite player of all time. But without Rivaldo, no way that squad won the World Cup. The things that Rivaldo did to set up R9, to create the movement that he created every time for a counter or for an attack, it is unbelievable. You go watch that Germany game, the 2 goals, who was involved? Rivaldo, baby. Rivaldo was also a man, bro, that everybody overlooked. And in my opinion, Rivaldo's almost like Sonaldo. As great as, he's always overlooked by Harry Kane. Harry Kane always in the news, always in the front page, but Sonaldo always in the back, doing the work, doing everything, bro. He does not get the credit that he
Interesting you
deserves.
say that, because Son actually is the one that has his own documentary, not Harry Kane. So
Yeah, but that's
interesting you
because
say
Sonny.
Harry Kane is
But
always
that's
the one
because.
on the front page, lad.
But you can't say that because of course Amazon's gonna do a documentary on Son. He has a whole country, bro. That's like wasting money. You know what I mean? But I can't.
Big up Tin Man, by the way. Tin Man, you know
Yeah.
what you have to do to trigger Marcelo. Big up Tin Man. Holly says Kane is the only one heading the ball out for a corner. Look, like I've already said about his defensive duties, unreal. Wesley says this season Jose put him in a more defensive position. He could be scoring more. Fair point.
I mean,
Kane and
look,
Son both
man,
shifting.
the guy has been
Sorry, go
playing
on.
left. The guy has been playing left left wing back, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I mean, the defensive duties he has done. I mean, he has Ben Davies, David. He has Ben Davies on his side. You know what I mean? For peak's sake, at least Kane has, Hoiberg and then no baller to work with. Imagine going to work with Ben Davies, bro. You know what I mean? I'm surprised Sonny is still at this club, if I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised he's still at this club. If I had to work
Yeah, but
with Ben
imagine Harry
Davies.
Kane having to work with, Eric Lamela. Look, okay, Lucas Moura is hit bit of a purple patch, but usually Lucas Moura.
I would
Imagine Harry
rather.
Kane having to work with them sort of guys.
Hold on a second. So you're telling me you would rather work with Ben Davies than Eric Lamela and Lucas Moura? Are you mad? I would rather work with Eric Lamela and Lucas Moura, and you know it, bro.
Look, with Ben Davies, look, Son doesn't exactly give Ben Davies a lot of support back there because Ben Davies is always getting spun like a roundabout. And
Well,
the
okay.
reason why is because Son doesn't get back and help him enough.
Oh no, hold on a second. Sonny does track back. If we can look at the heat map, if you want to, Sonny does track back, and actually he does try to make a lot of tackles. But the issue is, like, trying to stop Ben Davies from getting spun is like trying to, stop, I don't know, fish from breathing out of water, bro. You know what I mean? It's just impossible. You can't do it, David. He'll just, die. So Ben Davies is gonna get spun by whoever he has on the left hand side.
Yeah, no, look, that's true. But maybe Son, look, all I'm saying is that Son, he doesn't get back as much as people think he does. Look, Son is a hard worker, but look, there's only one man. And let's get on to a few attacking stats here, actually. So
Yeah,
this
let's
is
go.
just in the Premier League this season alone, right? So in attack, right, Harry Kane has took 112 shots compared to Son's 55. So I'd argue that, look, he's always in the right position to be able to get in there and get his shots off. He can create shooting opportunities himself. And, also they are creative for him. But Son only has 55, Marcelo.
Yeah, but hold on a second. Who has more accurate with their shots? It's Sonny.
Okay,
Sonny
yeah,
is
that's
53.
fair enough. So shots on target. Harry Kane is 43 on target. Son is 29.
Yeah.
So Son would be slightly more accurate, to be fair. But
So
I
it
think a
goes to
few of them
show.
shots from
No. Hold
think
on a
a
second.
few of them shots from Harry Kane would be free kicks as well.
But yeah, and you know how his free kicks are, bro. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring up his free kicks if I were you, because man, the man cannot take free kicks. He sent them flying, bro. I think one of the balls is still landing here. You know what I mean? But like, in my opinion, you can take all the shots you want. You can take all the shots you want, but it's whether they're on target or not, bro. And Sonny's are mostly
Yeah.
on target.
Well, we'll keep going through the stats, but interesting. James Watson has shots fired to Will Stewart. Absolutely love it. He says Harry Kane was 10th in Ballon d'Or voting in 2018. Son was 22nd in 2019. Will, you forgot to put in on the Harry Kane, my man. I know
He
you
was
love Korea.
actually. Yeah,
But
he was
I know
actually. Yeah.
maybe you just missed it. Big up, Will. Really do appreciate it. But shots are fired, though.
Look.
Seriously. James Watson, big up.
No, look. If we're comparing, I think I actually agree with John. John, I think Harry Kane, 2016-17 Harry Kane was the best Spurs player I've seen. At that time, 2016-17. I think since then, in 2008, 17, and then 2017-18, and 19-20, I think he's regressed. I think Sonny has taken his mantle. I think Sonny has taken the mantle of being the best player, and it proves it because he's won our best players 2 years in a row now, and he's still in the competition for winning best player this year, in my opinion. I think if Sonny has a good ending of this season, which I think he will, he could snatch it from Harry Kane.
I don't know that. I don't know. I think Harry Kane will win it this year. But Daniela Stewart, she says Jimmy Greaves 266 goals, Harry Kane 217 goals. Look, Son is nowhere near that. Son is not chasing that record line.
Look, he's nowhere near that, and I get that. I said it in the beginning. Goals wise, Kane blows him out of the water. But it's not just goals. Like Messi, bro. As great as Messi is, has he won a Champions League without Xavi and Iniesta? No, he has not, bro. The quiet work that those guys do, the quiet work that Sonaldo does, it goes unseen, bro. And everybody never sees it, never gives it praise because they always just look at the goal scorer. This is why I already told you this behind the back of the scene, David. I hate Ballon d'Ors. I personally hate Ballon d'Ors because, in my opinion, it's crazy to say that there's one best player in an 11-man team. You know what I mean? Like Virgil, and you see it with Liverpool. You know how great we all know how great Mane and Salah is. We know how great that is, right? But you look at them without Virgil van Dijk. They're nowhere near as close to being the team that they were before. You know what I mean? So, and if you look at goals, who scores more goals, Mane or Van Dijk?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Look, defenders and goalkeepers and everything else, they are completely overlooked in the running for the Ballon d'Or.
And midfielders. Midfielders, and Sonny, he plays more of a traditional winger. He's not like, Mane or Salah, who are more like strikers, and then, Bobby Firmino plays a defensive striker role, whatever the fuck they call it. You know what I mean? Like, Sonny is like an actual traditional winger, while Kane is a traditional striker. He sits up front, Sonny kind of gets the ball and, brings it up. But, in my opinion, I hate Ballon d'Ors. I hate these competitions because it doesn't do enough to tell who is really, the importance of a player in the team.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And Brian Ireland is coming with a snap Marcelo. He says 9 goals of the 13 that Son and Kane combined for were assisted by Harry Kane.
No, and listen, I said it. Harry Kane.
Big up Brian Ireland. Love it,
No. That's great. That's a great assist. But I did also say Sonny has had to do a lot for those assists. For example, the 4 goals against Southampton, I would say only one of those were really laid on a silver platter for Sonny to finish. You know what I mean? The other 3 goals, Sonny had to beat defenders. He had to time the ball. He had to time the run. He had to cover a lot of ground to get to the ball. So, he's had to do, it's not like Harry Kane laid it out on the silver platter for Sonny. And then you look at the Arsenal goal, one of the best goals of the season, in my opinion, my goal of the season. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at a lot of the goals that Sonny has scored, Sonny has had to do quite a lot. And it's actually quite interesting how Harry Kane, as soon as Sonny, stopped making those runs, Harry Kane's assist kind of went down. So what does that say? I say more Sonny has helped with Harry Kane's assist than Harry Kane has helped with Sonny scoring. Because I feel like Son has had to do a lot of work.
But, look, in football, Marcelo, they do say every great run, you don't even have to ask for the ball. It just demands it. It makes up your decision for you. So obviously when the runs stop happening, you stop playing them passes. Look, because it is all in the run, and I agree with you, but that's inevitable. If you're going to stop making them runs, my question to you is why would Son stop making them runs?
Well, because it always depends on the system, since I guess the Liverpool game, Sonny has kind of adopted a more left wing back system where he's helping the left hand side because you remember Reguilon got injured, which, people kind of forget was when Sonny's performances actually started dipping. When he lost Reguilon, Sonny's performance, that's when it started dipping because he's had to do more defensive duties on the left hand side and get the ball. So that was the issue because Ben Davies can't defend, to save his damn life. So Sonny has had to cover the whole left-hand side. If you look at the heat map, Sonny practically covers that whole left-hand side by himself throughout the season. So for me, Sonny has had to do double the work than Harry Kane. So as soon as he lost Reguilon...
I don't know about that, I don't know about that. I don't think it's fair because you see the amount of work Harry Kane does. He gets back, he defends set pieces. You know, he has no problem running around after chasing his arse, basically. When the ball's just being passed around, he has no problem running around chasing it. He
Yeah, but
often
Harry
drops
Kane,
back because the midfield can't get the ball to him. So
but
what he does is he gets himself big, takes it on the chest, spins, turns around, says, off you go, Sonny. Son's gone, Harry Kane with the assist. But on the other side, 10 minutes later, Harry Kane pick up the ball and just score. You know, that's
But the
how good
thing,
the man
but
is.
the difference is Harry Kane does not run up and down on the pitch like Sonny does. In my opinion, Harry Kane, when he drops deep, he gets the ball, and what does he do? What does he do, David? You said it. He gets the ball and then he lets it go to Son. Sonny, who is also deep, has to run all the way up the pitch to meet that ball. So the amount of ground that Sonny covers is absolutely insane. It's
Yeah, but
absolutely
that's because
insane.
of his
His
position.
work
I'd be worried
ethic.
if my striker was covering that much ground, you know, over a certain side of the pitch, because his job is to do it in and around the middle. His job is to hang in around the middle.
You know, but the thing is, well, okay, hold on a second. R9 used to just get the ball and go all the way up in the pitch. Harry Kane, what I'm saying is, in terms of work ethic, yes, and I don't deny Harry Kane's work ethic. They're the two hardest worker in the team. There's no denying that. Son and Kane are the hardest worker at Spurs. No denying that. But in my opinion, Harry Kane, when he drops deep, he doesn't go back up the pitch like Sonny does. Sonny drops deep and then he runs back up in the pitch. You know what I mean? To attack. Harry Kane, when he drops deep, he looks to get the ball and he looks to give it off to Sonny. So Sonny can go up the pitch and score. There's a big difference in that.
Yeah, but fair enough. But see, with Sonny, he wouldn't have that technical ability that Kane has to be able to drop deep, pick up the ball, spin a man, and
But
play that
hold on a
laser-like
second.
through ball that he does. He wouldn't have that
Disagree.
ability.
I disagree. I
Sonny's good when
disagree.
he's running at players and he has space, but Kane, he's not good when there's players right up his arse. He's not able to spin them and play the passes that Harry Kane does.
Hold on a second. Sonny has the same amount of assists as Harry Kane. What do you mean he doesn't have that creativity? He has the same amount of assists as Harry Kane this season. One of Harry
Yeah,
Kane's
but
best assist
I'm not
seasons,
being
by the
funny,
way.
but I'd expect my winger to probably have more assists than my striker. That's just me. But I would
Oh,
expect my
come
winger to
off
have
it.
more assists than a striker because that is, look, scoring goals as well, any defensive side of the game. But his main priority of being in the team is to add assists for the main
But
man up
Sonny,
top. So the
hold
fact
on a
that Harry
second.
Kane has more assists is Son really doing his job then?
No, hold on a second. So Sonny has to play as a left wing back, right? So he has to practically play as a left back. He has to do defensive duties, run up and down the pitch, score goals, and assist more than Harry Kane. No, come on now, David. So
That's the position
you
he signed
expect?
up for.
No. Hold on a second. If you look at Mane's heat map, it doesn't even compare to Sonny. Sonny's have to do way more defensive duties than Mane over the past seasons. Come on now. No left wing, no left winger in the Premier League in the top six club has had to do the defensive duties that Sonny has had to do this season.
Yeah, no, obviously, but that's because Son plays in a position where he has to do the defensive side of the game more. But ultimately, like I've proven with the defensive stats that I provided for the Premier League this season, that Harry Kane is actually more effective. So what I would say is that he may not move as much, but he's smarter. He moves smart, lad. Do you ever hear that expression?
Yeah.
Do you ever hear that expression, lad? Where
Yeah.
it's don't work hard, work smart. You
Work
know what I
smarter.
mean? And that's
I will
exactly
agree
what
with
Harry
you.
Kane
No,
does.
no, I have to give you that. No, I have to give you that. Harry Kane, IQ wise, brilliant, brilliant. He knows his limits as a player physically, right? He can't run. He can't run up and down the pitch like Sonny does. So he does realize that. But you can also say the same thing. Although he is working smarter, it does still mean he depends on Son's pace, does it not? It does still
Um,
mean he depends on Son's physicality because even though he is smarter, he needs a guy that's able to run up and down the pitch like
hang
Sonny
on.
does.
Yeah, no, but look, that's a winger's
No, you gotta
job.
give me
That's a
that.
winger's
No, no,
job.
no. Hold on a second. Not every winger. You look at Neymar. You look at a lot of other wingers. They don't do the
Yeah,
same
but
work
look,
rate.
Neymar's different. Neymar's different category to Son. In fairness, right?
No.
And you're
He
you're
is.
not going. There's certain
No,
players in the world that have that. Certain wingers in the world that have that privilege where you just say, look, you're not tracking back. Just do what you need to do, and we'll get you the ball. Look,
no.
Son's
But
not on that level.
no. I know. Well, hold on a second. I still disagree because just saying, oh, it's a winger's job. It's a winger's job to do that, right? But to do it like Sonny does, Harry Kane is very fortunate to have Son, and you can't disagree with that.
No, look, obviously he's very fortunate. Look, I would love another front man out on the right to complete the trio, 100%. But, look, Son may move more. But, like I said, Kane's smarter. He's smarter with his movements and he's more effective defensively than what Sonny is. So just have a couple of super chats to get to here quickly, Marcelo. And then we'll go through some more attacking stats. Will Stewart, THFC rants, big up, Will. He says, which of the two had 4 goals in one match this season? Kane has only done that once himself. No, look, fair point. Fair point. You know, but like that's the thing with Son.
Yeah.
No, but what I would say to that is, look, Son he's a bit like Jermaine Defoe, you know, he'd have a purple patch, score some goals, and then, like, you know, then he doesn't do too much. He doesn't score too much.
Whereas
I'm sick of that. Harry Kane is just constantly chipping away every single game. Just chipping away.
Too much.
Very rare Harry Kane doesn't get a goal or an assist.
He plays. Oh, what doesn't do too much? Hold on a second. He plays left wing back. He plays left wing. He plays right wing. He plays striker. He fills in for Harry Kane when Harry Kane goes missing. He does defensive duties. He created them same amount of chances as Harry Kane. You know, I mean, yeah, the only thing Kane has beaten him so far this season has been the goals. Tackling wise, Kane has been better tackling wise, but dribbling wise, Son has been better. And I'll give you some attacking stats in the Premier League or in
just
general.
Before we get into the attacking stats, lad, before we get into the attacking stats, just 2 more super chats we'll get through, and then we'll have a good run at the attacking stats. Brian C says, lads, much as we want the board to invest and block Sonny and Harry this summer, if Kane were to leave for huge money, could Sonny take his place as striker and borrow white-class centre-backs and the new left winger? No. So, look, if it's a case of where you play like Leicester and you want a fast man in behind, look, you could probably teach Son to play that way, play up there. But look, with the Premier League, you need someone like Harry Kane who has it all: control, physicality, work rate, passion, desire.
Sonny's touch is better than Harry Kane's, by the way.
He can shoot, he can score, he can take players on. Technically, he's brilliant. He can pass the ball. You know what I mean? The guy's absolutely brilliant. But big up, Brian C. Love that super chat. Marcelo, do you want to respond to Brian C?
Hold on a second. Sonny, he can play as a striker, but is not his preferred position. He's a left winger. We all agree with that. Or you can play on the right. He can play either or. But no, I'm sorry, Kane. You know, Kane is a striker. He's just a striker. That's his position.
No. Hold on. He's more than a striker. He's a centre attacking midfielder. He's creator. He's a finisher. He's a centre back. He's a right back when you need him, Marcelo. You've seen that times this season.
But he's actually never started in any of those positions. Yes, hold on a second. This is where eye perception is different. This is where, just because you see Harry Kane making off the line clearance, just because you see Harry Kane occasionally, come back and plays a center back, and stuff like that, you think, oh yeah, he can play all those roles, right? No. Every single season, you can look at the transfer market, you can look at everything. He has started as a as a striker every season, every game he has started and as a center forward. He has not started in any other position. Sonny has started as a left wing back. Sonny has started as a left winger. Sonny has started as a left midfielder. And Sonny has also started as a right winger and a right midfielder. Sonny has played 5 different positions this season. 5 different positions. These are positions where he has played the whole game at. The whole game, bro.
Do you know what that just tells me? That, Harry Kane's that important. You just can't take him out of the striker position. You just can't move him out of there because he's so important. What that shows me is you can move someone out of there, put someone else there, and Harry Kane will still get you the goals.
Oh,
you know what
get out of here.
That's what that shows me.
You're telling me. No, hold on a second. You know what it tells me? It tells me that Son Ronaldo is more versatile than Kane. That Son Ronaldo can play anywhere and do anything, bro. Harry Kane does not have the physicality to play as a winger. Harry Kane does not have the cardio to play as a left wing back. Harry Kane does not have the
Kane is more physical than Son. Kane would definitely be able to play a winger. He would definitely be able to play centre attacking midfield. Kane would be able to play centre midfield.
Harry Kane could not play a winger the whole entire game. The whole entire game as a winger? No, he could not. Harry Kane could not go up and down the pitch as a left wing back like Son does.
Harry Kane would be one of them wingers where you don't ask him to track back. Do you remember the class wingers we were talking about, lad? He's going to be one of them where you just say to him, look, you don't track back. But just quickly, Brian Ireland has a point. We've 2 super chats to get to, and then we'll get some more attacking stats. This is too fun. And Brian Ireland says, double the work. That's not true. Kane this season is the only player this season to have attempted 30-plus shots and 30-plus clearances. He's playing 3 different positions. Now, that is a fair point. That is a fair point,
But he doesn't.
Brian.
No, hold on a second. This is what I mean about the eye perception. Harry Kane occasionally will go into those positions. Sonny plays those positions throughout the whole game. That is the difference. Harry Kane, he plays as a center forward who will occasionally come back and help his team. Sonny can literally play 5 to 6 different positions. He is so versatile. Sonny can literally play and fill the boots and do it at a world-class level at 5 different positions. Now, I will agree with you. I already admit it. The clearance is a thing. But the shots on goal, right? Yeah, you can have as many shots on goal. But what did I tell you? Shots on target. And Sonny is more accurate than Kane.
Yeah. Look, I give you that. But a lot of them chances created for Son have been clear-cut chances compared to Harry Kane. Harry Kane shoots from all over the shop. Sean Mitchell says, come on, you Spurs. Big up, Sean. By the way, Marcelo, this guy wants to do a stream with you. He's a friend of mine. He's an absolute gent, and he'd love to do a stream with you if you ever got the chance. Big up, Sean. Dan N says, 100 watching right now. Let's get those boys, 100 likes. Come on, guys, do your job. The Harris Army. I know we. Oh, by the way, I want to say, I'm sorry for taking a couple of days off for my niece's birthday and stuff like that. But we're back now. That's the main thing. But make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new. Grab a channel membership for the fan calling show. I'll be doing one at the weekend and another one during the week on the build up for the cup final. And also, if you feel like it, get your comments, get your views in super chats and stuff like that. Helps the channel grow. If you can't, just do the basics. Make sure you like the stream, share it out to people. Get me more subscribers, stuff like that. Big up the Harris Army. Like I said, none of this could be done without you. But Wesley says, love the content, always listening while I'm at work here in Cali. Just want to put it out in the universe, please. Levy Celsius Oko, he's done out here. Big up, Wesley, by the way. Look, I hope you're not driving and listening to us. You know what I mean? Don't want to be putting you off, especially my big, thick Irish accent, my man. But big up for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. I don't know what you're doing working at this time either. That's wrong. And yeah, I agree with you. Sissoko does have to go.
I will say also this, and you talk about Harry Kane's passing and everything, right?
Yeah,
but I will
beautiful.
say this. I will say this. His passing is actually not that far off from Sonny's passing is actually not far off than Kane. In fact, it's actually might be a little bit better. And I'll bring in the stats. I have my own stats.
Well, what I will say is, does that take in the range of passing? So you're talking long passes, short passes. Does that take in the range of passing?
It takes long balls. It takes long balls. How many long balls? I have SofaScore here. Don't worry, I'm not trying to do you dirty.
Just before I let you go with it.
Yep.
Just before I let you pull the trigger, we will get Will Stewart's super chat, and then that's the last one, and we'll pull the trigger on it then. Son is only 20 goals away from Sheringham in top 10 scorers of all time for Tottenham. Joining Cliff Jones is the only wingers on the list. Yeah, no, look, that's fair enough. But look, Harry Kane he's on 217. Jimmy Greaves is on 206. I think 63 or 65.
Yeah, Harry Kane is a striker. I mean? He's a traditional striker. Of course, he's always going to score more. I mean, hold on a second. Who would you rather have?
He's also chasing Alan Shearer's record. You know what I mean? Which some of the world's best strikers couldn't beat. So it stands testament to the guy. To be fair,
don't get me wrong. He's one of the best strikers in the world. Sonny is also one of the best wingers in the world. Kane is one of the best strikers in the world. But they're when you can't just say just because he scored more goals that he's better than Sonny. There's also other things into the game, in my opinion. But I'll get this pass stats here. So Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane's pass accuracy per game is around 69%, right? Per game is around 69%. Now, in his own half, he has about a 76% pass accuracy. Sonny has an 86 pass accuracy in his own half. Sonny's pass accuracy is 83. Harry Kane's is 69. Actually, in the oppositional half, right? Harry Kane has a 65% pass rate, while Sonny has a 72% pass rate. Guess how many passes per game, per average, they try to make in the oppositional half. Harry Kane's makes about 13.3 passes per game at the oppositional half. Sonny
Yeah.
makes about 16.3. So not only Sonny makes more passes at the oppositional half, he also gets them more right. So his passing has actually been more accurate than Harry Kane's this season. And he's actually been passing more than Harry Kane. Hold on, I'm not finished with the stat. Long
It's
balls.
easier
This
to
is the
pass
one.
forward
No, no.
though, or then with your back to goal.
Oh, come on now. They have the same amount of assists, so Sonny, of course, has been passing forward. Come on. No, hold on a second, David. You're acting like this is Harry Winks. Sonny is not Harry Winks. When Sonny passes,
No, I'm
he
not.
leads
I'm
with
not.
back.
But what I'm
No,
saying
don't
is when
disrespect.
Son's running at players, it's easier to pass forward and into space than
But
what it is when you're trying to hold up the ball, hold someone off, and pass it.
hold on a second. I'll get to it. All right. Long balls, Sonny has a .7 per game and a 63% accuracy per long ball. Harry Kane, he does have a more long balls than Sonny. It's usually 2.0 per game and a 62%. So his long balls, even though Sonny is more accurate, Harry Kane does attempt more long balls. So obviously it's going to be a little bit more, yeah, his
Yeah.
long ball is gonna be more less accuracy because he tries more. Chip passes. Sonny tries .6 and has a 66% rate, while Harry Kane a little bit more 1.6 and he has a 49% win rate, completion rate. So I would say Sonny is better at chipping, because Harry Kane, even though he tries more, he has a lot less. He's a lot less accurate than Son, and he doesn't try more by that much. So I would say chipping, Son has actually been better than him. Now crosses, Harry Kane only tries 0.2%. Only tries 0.2 crosses per game, and his accuracy is 22%, while Sonny is 0.9, and his accuracy is actually 24% rate, which is actually quite. If you consider him as a winger, is actually quite poor. It's actually quite poor. So I'll actually say Harry Kane's long balls and his crossing is actually better than Sonny's. But I think on the ground, Sonny's passes have been better than Harry Kane's.
Yeah, no, look, that's fair enough. But like I've told the great Matt Hayes before, stats don't give you the true reflection of
Well,
things
no,
because,
hold on a
like
second.
Abdul says here,
I've been fair though.
yeah, no, you have.
I
But
put context into it.
no, you have. No, that's fair. But Abdul makes a great point, and he puts it better than what I was trying to say. Is the place where Kane receives the ball has a lot more pressure, which is true.
I would say this: there is probably more men marking on Son, but I mean not on Son, on Kane. But
I was
when
going to say I
Sonny,
want my trust smoking lad if you if
no.
you were going to stick with
But
that.
I will say this: when Sonny is pressured, he deals with pressure a lot better than Harry Kane, and you can't deny that because Sonny's dribbling, his speed, he gives defenders more problem than Harry Kane. Harry Kane does not deal with pressure better than Sonny, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't think so. I don't think so. For me, I think Harry
Really?
Kane carries more weight on the club than what Son does. And for me, I do think Harry Kane is, the model professional, says all the right things. And, every big game, if Harry Kane's anywhere sort of fit, he plays. And for me, look, does Son carry the pressure better? I don't know. I don't think so,
I
Look,
think he
Son may
does.
have more big game goals this season. But over the course of his Tottenham career, he definitely doesn't have more big game goals against the top six than Harry Kane. 100% doesn't. But before I give you
Oh,
a
hold
few
on a
stats,
second.
Marcelo,
But
what?
Harry Kane, even though Sonny, right, in terms of if you look at dribbling, right, Sonny dribbles, he has a 55% completion rate than in dribbling. Harry Kane has 51. Sonny, he has more ground duels, right? But he's actually lost possession a lot less than Harry Kane. Sonny has lost possession per game, usually 11.1, right? While Harry Kane, the average of possession he loses is 13.3. No,
On
13.9.
that stat,
So no.
let's
On
be
that
fair.
stat, no. On that stat, it means Sonny actually attempts more duels and loses possession less compared to Harry Kane. So
On,
even come
on
on
that, though,
now.
Marcelo, right? Let's be fair about it. Look, where Harry Kane is getting the ball, let's be fair. There's a lot more pressure on him. There's a lot more people coming in snapping at his heels. So and where he's getting it, it's a lot less space than when Sonny usually gets it. But Will Stewart here, he says, THSC rants. He says, Sonny is 14 goals away from scoring as many goals for Spurs in 6 seasons as CR did at United in 6 seasons, even in a far worse team. No, that's fair. That's a great stat, to be fair. That's a cracking stat, actually. Yeah. Sonny being it might that's amazing. That is amazing. But what I will say is CR7 was a lot younger. No, but it's an amazing stat.
But look, come on, man. A young CR7 was one of the best wingers and the Premier League has ever seen. I'm telling you, bro. Like, Sonny does not get the credit he deserves. This guy should be regarded up there as a legend. He's a legend at Tottenham, and he's also a legend in the Premier League, bro. He does what he does. The numbers he puts in goes so overlooked. Consistently getting 20 goals a season. Always playing, never injured. I know we only said this season, but never injured. You know what I mean? This is the only first season he's ever been out due to injury. Always running up and down the pitch, working hard. One of the best dribblers, and in Tottenham. The guy, come on, man. In my opinion, Sonaldo, baby. Sonaldo. Recently, Sonaldo.
Well, look, I do have a few stats that I am going to. I will put this right. But Marcelo, go ahead.
But I will say this, Tin Man, I read your super chat. I'm disappointed. I can't believe it.
Guys, who do you think we miss more when either Son or Kane are out of the team? Love Sonny, but we miss Kane more, in my opinion. So Kane for me, look, Tin Man, you know world class when you see it, my guy. You know world class hair when you see it too. You know world class striker the ball when you see it. And 100% I agree with him. You do miss Kane more. Look, Marcelo, I know you disagree, but state your case if you disagree.
I think we'll miss Sonny more. I think one, we'll be missing Sonny's pace, his dribbling. I think we'll be missing his work ethic. I think we'll be missing that, a lot on that left-hand side. We're going to be missing the versatility of Sonaldo. You can't, Sonaldo is more versatile than Kane. He just is. You can't dispute that. He's more versatile than Kane.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, we're going to miss that versatility, and also we're going to miss the revenue that we get from Korea, which people just keep forgetting it, which is massive for this club. The amount that Sonny has, grown the brand of this club has been more than Harry Kane's. He has grown the brand of this club massively in the Asia side of the world. You know what I mean? It's not just Korea, it's Asia in general.
Yeah, no, on that side, look, I can't disagree with that. But, Harry Kane is the face of Tottenham everywhere you see, all over Sky Sports, all over
I don't
TV.
know about that. Okay,
Harry
obviously
Kane is the face of the club.
Obviously, he is the face because he's one of our own. He came through the club, right? But in my opinion, right, and we're judging it from all around. So this does come into play. Personality, in my opinion, Son has a way better personality than Kane. I feel more attached to Sonaldo than I do to Harry Kane. You know what I mean? Like you look at Sonaldo. You know who I remember?
Yeah,
Ronaldinho, the smile, the swag, just the wholesome attitude. You just remember it, man. You know what I mean? Like Harry Kane, I love Harry Kane. Don't get me wrong, I do love him, but it's almost like a disattach. I don't have that same attachment that I do with Sonny. Sonny is almost like he just seems like a little brother. Well, Harry Kane, he's almost like that, that stepdad. That's like he's great and all. You look up to him, but he's like kind of cold and distant.
Look, with Harry Kane, you look at his hair and you just look at him. You look at how he trains. How in shape he is. How he wears that number 10. Every time I see him in that number 10, I just see gold all around him. You can't compare to that, man. The guy's a living king. He just, there's nothing better than seeing Harry Kane galloping around the Hotspur Stadium with the wind just, flowing through his hair. You see, and he's just galloping across. He's gliding. He's ready to connect one. And boom, he just puts one in the top corner like he did against Palace. You can't compare.
I'll name you one better.
on a summer stage, just trotting around like he's in the Grand National, lad. You can't compare it.
I can't.
Just
I
before I
can't.
let you
I
out of your
can't
say,
compare because you know what? When I see Sonaldo, when he picks up the ball and he looks at a whole Burnley defense and he said, "Bring it on, baby," and he just glides right past it. And not only does he glide it, not only is it beautiful pace, dribbling, artistic style, bro. Not only does it have flair and just it just looks like a comic book hero the way he just goes through defenders. He also does it with a smile, baby. He does it with a smile on his face. So there nothing compares to that, bro. Nothing compares to that. And then his celebration, the knee slide, baby. Come on. You can't compare it. No way.
I
No
actually,
way.
I actually have something good for you now in a minute. I actually have something whopper for you now in a second.
Come
But
on, come on.
first, let's do it. THFC rants. My man, he says, you know what the most sad thing is? We are about a 60% chance of losing both this summer. And that is sad. That is sad. We lose both, lads. This club is going through some dark history, some dark times. But something I want to ask you now, Marcelo, is who would you say has let Tottenham down more? Bear in mind Sonny's red cards. Bournemouth, Chelsea.
Yeah, no. I'm taking that into account.
Has Harry Kane let Tottenham down?
But you also have to take into injuries. You know what I mean? I know it's something not that he can't control. No, hold on a second.
I'm not talking about injuries. I'm talking about letting the team down more. You don't let the team down with an injury, lad. Come on.
No. Well, hold on a second. You wouldn't consider Lamella a letdown? The amount of games Lamella missed week in and week out?
Yeah, but we're not debating Lamella. We're debating Harry Kane and Son.
Hold on a second. No, but hold on a second. As much as it's not Harry Kane's fault, at the end of the day, the game is about being fit. And, at the end of the day, Sonny is fit, bro. He can play 50 games a season. Harry Kane's ankle can't. You know what I mean? So Harry Kane always, kind of.
Does that make him better that Harry Kane is playing on one ankle and he's still producing better stats than Son then? Does that make him a better player?
Well, he's not playing on one ankle anymore. His ankle is fixed, obviously. Last season it was his hamstring. The next season is going to be his hip. You know what I mean? The man is like a walking cane at this point.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, lad. When you have the great Irish Hotspur there to always massage him, get him back out in the field. You know what I mean? He's always going to be at Tottenham, lad. He's always going to be at Tottenham.
No, but hold on a second. I'm still thinking about it. I am taking Son's red card in consideration, but I'm also taking Harry Kane's big misses, in my opinion. I think Harry Kane has missed more bigger chances than Sonny. Well, I think Sonny in the bigger games has put away more of the bigger chances. Like, for example,
I will say this, though. Champions League final, Son missed a couple of chances. Big chances.
Well, everybody missed chances. So did Harry Kane. I mean, Harry Kane. If you're talking about the Champions League finals, Harry Kane was he even around for the Champions League final? The man was a complete ghost.
He played with one leg, lad.
Sonaldo was the only one that showed up to that final. Hold on a second. That's not fair to Son. You want the man to take on all of Liverpool now, huh?
No, look, it was just what I mentioned, though.
No, I would say this. I think Harry Kane has let me down a little bit more than Sonny. A little bit more. I think, yes, Sonny's attitude. Oh, hold on a second. I think Harry Kane does have a better attitude than Sonny at times. I think, like mentally, Sonny, sometimes he gets a little bit too emotional. Like, for example, the City game, the Chelsea game, he got a little bit too emotional. The Bournemouth game, he got a little bit too emotional. I think Kane is a lot more cool-headed. I always agree with you. I think Kane is a little bit, he's a guy that, not work harder, work smarter. He is a very smart player. Sonny is more emotional. He plays with with his heart in his sleeve. But Harry Kane has missed.
Bad, though.
No, it can be, and I just said that it can be bad, and that can be his downfall at times. But in my opinion, Harry Kane has missed more bigger chances than Sonny, and just because he's always, every season you always kind of just expect an injury. We always depend on Sonny to kind of step up for him. So even though it's not his fault, the fact that he gets injured so often does mean he does miss out. So he does, he is out. He's out on the sideline.
But being injured can't let you down. That's just part and parcel of sport or walk of life. Look, you could walk along, something could fall on you, you can end up breaking your arm or something.
But hold on a second.
It's not letting anybody down, but petulance is. The red cards and the petulance Son has shown. Everything is number one. That is petulance. That is letting the team down.
Isn't being fit the number one part of the game? Isn't being fit the number one part of the game? Being physically fit. Sonny is one of the most physically prepared athletes. He is one of the most. Actually, if you watch Tifo, I can show you the YouTube video. I can't send it here because of copyright. But actually, in I saw a Tifo Football, and it mentioned Son as one of the most overplayed players in Europe over the last couple of years. He plays almost every match for Korea, and he plays almost every match for Tottenham. The guy is unbelievably fit. Unbelievably
Yeah.
fit. You can always depend on Sonny to be fit. While Harry Kane, not all the time. Not all the
No,
time.
look, I can always depend on Sonny to be fit, but what I can't depend on is that he's going to finish out the 90 minutes with the red cards and the amount of times
He's only got
been
2 red
hauled off.
cards.
But with
He's only
Harry
got 2
Kane,
red
one
cards.
thing you can say is, with Harry Kane, lad, one thing you can say is, when he's on the pitch, he's on the pitch, and he's on it for good. You have to agree with that. Look, he's not going to let you down with a red card, or he's not going to let the emotions get the best of him.
But he
He's
won't
not
miss
going
a
to be
big
petulant.
chance. But you will miss.
Look,
You will bottle a big chance. You will bottle an open net goal.
Yeah, so was Sonny, though. So was Sonny. But Harry Kane,
hold on a second.
for me...
When does Sonny miss an open net goal? Hold on a second.
I can't remember, to be honest. But he has missed chances. He has missed a lot of chances.
He doesn't miss them because he's the king of Korea, baby.
No, he does. Yeah, someone will put something in the comments. I'll stumble across it now in a minute. Someone will have when he's missed an open goal. Super chat from James Watson. He says, "Well done, lads. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, James, for the super chat. My man." Yeah. And Saurav Patak says, "I agree with Marcelo. So he doesn't get enough credit. He doesn't score and gets. He doesn't only score and get only assists. He's out of form. He should be up there with legends." No, look. First of all, I did state this at the very start. I am not anti-Son. I love Son. I love him. He's the Korean king. We are having a debate to see who we think's better this season. Look, I get it. But look, I'm sorry, Saurav. Unless you can come back with some sort of magical stats, Harry Kane. Look, to be honest with you, even if you do, Harry Kane's winning anyway. You'll never ever take. Look, Harry Kane, it's been predetermined anyway. I've already predetermined it. Marcelo doesn't know this, but Harry Kane wins today anyway. We're just doing this for the practice. Harry Kane wins.
No. But Sonny wins. I'm sorry. More versatile, better dribbling, better passing, on the ground passing. More consistent. In terms of fitness, doesn't miss open net goals. Doesn't go missing in the final. Sorry, Sonny.
No, look, Heung-min Son, red cards here, there, and everywhere. You know what I mean? Look, he gets the ball in easier positions than what Harry Kane does. Harry Kane gets them in pressurized positions, sometimes with 2 players coming at him. So it's harder to keep the ball in them situations. No one can deny that. Look, Harry Kane sometimes, you look at the quality of ball. You look at the quality of ball that Harry Kane gets compared to Son. It's completely different. Sometimes Harry Kane goes and wins that ball and turns it into something great. The BG says, which one would you choose to look after your kids? Harry Kane, 100%. He's popping them out left, right, and centre.
Hold on a second. Sonaldo has a way better personality than Harry Kane. Harry Kane will probably put the kids to sleep. Well, actually, maybe put Harry Kane, but.
Yeah, no, Harry Kane will put them to sleep because he'll have them out in the garden training, lad, showing them how to shoot. He'll have them worn out, lad.
Nope. Sonaldo came from the scraps of nowhere, bro. He had to learn football practically on his own, man. You know what I mean? Harry Kane, he had Tottenham Hotspurs, a top 6 club. He had all these other clubs, basically pampering him, breeding him to become a great striker, bro. Sonaldo came from nothing, bro, and became a great winger. That man did it all himself, baby. You saw the documentary, bro. The man did it all himself.
But Harry Kane also did. Harry Kane was nowhere near the Tottenham team. He went out on 9 loans, I think it was. You know what I mean? And then came back and just kept on working hard. Any ex-pro that was around through the Harry Kane era I've listened to always said he was out there with a bag of balls. He was practicing.
But you always
so look, to be fair to both players, they both work incredibly hard.
They do.
But Brian Ireland wants to know. Sorry, what?
But I would say this. But Kane had the resources to become a great player, while Sonny never really had those same resources that Harry Kane did. Would you agree or no?
No, I don't agree. I tell you why. Because if you look at some of the clubs Harry Kane went to on loan, they have nowhere near the resources that some would have had in Germany. To be honest with you, some of the lower league teams that Harry Kane was on loan with. So I have to say I do disagree with that. But look, as in terms of where he grew up, yeah, look, I don't know Son's actual upbringing. I know his father was a soccer player. Look, to be
How dare you
fair,
say
in
soccer?
terms of where Son was probably training, you'd say, okay, early years wise, probably not. But as the careers went, Son ended up in Germany. He was at an academy with, good training facilities and stuff. Harry Kane had to drop down. Will Stewart says, taking care of your body is part of the profession. A lot of Son's red cards were BS anyway. And Kane missed one sitter against Dynamo Zagreb that would have kept us in Europa this season. That is a fair point, Will.
My boy Will Stewart, bro. Always having my back, bro. The two boys, the two Yanks, bro. Come on. It's morphin' time, baby.
Where's the Irish? Where's Sean? Sean, quick, get on Google, get me a stat, lad, and get it in there, lad. Quick, I'm being ganged up on.
Bro, he's gone hiding, bro. He's swaying the different way, bro. He started to see the light. He started to see that.
No, to be honest with you, right? I was actually going to message Will and say, look, tune in. This is going to be right up your alley. But I already knew before the show he was already going to be Sonny anyway. So it's like there's no point because he's going to be Son Heung-min anyway, regardless. You know what I mean? But respect to that. Namaton Kojev, he says you're done out here. And Cody Mack, you're on 18. So BG's definitely he's loving the Saints today.
Hold on a second.
Without Sonny's threat. Sorry?
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'm down out here, but I just proven that Sonny is a more versatile player, an actual better passer. It actually created the same amount of chances as Harry Kane, has more pace, and does more off the ball. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm done out here, but I'm pretty sure football is not always just scoring goals. It's actually all of other things, right? I don't know.
My best is yet to come, Marcelo. My best is yet to come. My best is yet to come.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
We have Will Stewart, THFC rants. He says, David, without Sonny's threat and runs in behind, Kane's stat dropped by at least 30%. The space Son creates is obvious. No, look, I get that 100%. But what you also have to take into account is Kane dropping from that striker role to pick up the ball deep is creating that space for Son to run in behind. And I do get so Kane is creating space for Son. It's vice versa, to be fair. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It is more vice versa, to be fair. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's just like, look, Son running, he does create more runs for Kane, but you also have to say, would that space be there if Kane didn't do the unselfish thing, drop back and try and get us up the pitch? Tin Man 007 says, Kane is a leader goal scorer. He's a playmaker. He even defends better than our defenders. But both are missing an Eriksen-type player this season. I would 100% agree with that, Tin Man.
I would agree. As
much as I hate him, I agree.
Why do you hate Eriksen?
No, look, he's lad. What I can't take, right? I thank him for
hold on a second. Stop. Hold on a second. Hold that in. That'll be another Frenemies episode. Is Eriksen a Tottenham legend? Yes or no? Wait.
There we are. That's next week's show, guys. Honestly, I'm gonna have a lot to say. But Tim Man, great comment, and I fully agree with it. Right, so look, I'm gonna whop out a few stats here now. So let's go. So, okay, in the Premier League this season, we've done the shots on target. They have both actually hit the framework, both 5 times, to be fair. Harry Kane, he scored 4 headers this season compared to Son's 1.
Yep.
Kane has scored 4 penalties, though, to be fair, in the Premier League, 6 overall this season.
I'll say this. I would take Harry Kane penalties any day over Sonny's. Sonny's penalty can be a little bit dodgy, so he does. He doesn't fill me with confidence on a penalty. No, he doesn't. Harry Kane does. I agree with that. Yeah.
Offside. Harry Kane has been offside 9 times in the Premier League this season. Heung-min Son 14. Does that show that Son is running in behind more? Obviously, reflecting what we see, Kane dropping deep, Son going in behind.
Well, yeah, when you make those runs that Sonny makes, obviously he's going to be more offsides because he has to basically time Kane's pass with the defense line when he makes those runs. So it's a lot more difficult when you're doing that constantly. So obviously,
100%. Touches. So Harry Kane has had 1,284 touches. Son has only had 1,262.
No, Kane does have more touches because he plays around with the midfield more. I will agree with that. But I think Sonny, when he gets the ball...
Does that show that maybe he gets into the game more than Sonny?
No, I disagree. Sonny, what you and I both agree with this, David. You can have the ball you want, but it's also what you do off the ball. And what Sonny does off the ball is insane. The runs that he tries to make. He is basically the start of our attack or the end of our attack, either or. It's either the ball gets to Son and then he creates the space, or Kane. Or Kane gives Sonny the ball and he creates the space for attack, or Sonny is the one that gives Kane the ball and Kane creates the space for the attack. It's like you said, it's vice versa. So what they do off the ball is both insane. It's just that Harry Kane, since he is in the more central role, and closer to the midfield, he is going to see more ball time. It just is. It's like comparing a center, defensive midfielder to a center back. Like it just, they're going to see the ball more often. So, but in my opinion, what Sonny does off the ball is insane.
Yeah. Well, I have more stats here for you as well. But first, we'll take up Du's comment. This is a fair comment. Kane has been our best player for the past 5 years. Son has just entered that conversation 2 years ago. Consistency matters.
No, fair enough. And I would say overall, yes, Kane has been the better player. But I am saying this season, I think Sonny has been better. I think this season alone, Sonny has been better than Harry Kane. And I think it's going to be 3 years in a row that Sonny has been better than Harry Kane.
Yeah, and Will Stewart's replying to what we were saying. He says, vice versa, now that Eriksen is gone, Kane has only been dropping deep for a few years. Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. But look, passes. Look, Son has had more passes than Kane in the Premier League. Son has 798, Kane has 744. True balls, though. Kane has 6 completed true balls. Son only has 1. And I thought that's what Son was in the job in the team to do.
Well, Kane plays in the more center role.
Yeah, but you were saying
how
good Son's at creating.
No, hold on. I said Sonny's passes are more crisper and more accurate. I'm not saying, but Sonny also has the same amount of assists as Harry Kane. So at the end of the day, you can have more through balls, but assists is what matters, right? So in my opinion, Sonny, is just creating just as much as Harry Kane. They have the same amount of assists.
Yeah, but Sonny's a winger. He's expected to create more than a striker. That's my point.
No, he's not.
He is.
A striker now. No, hold on a second. Striker nowadays creates just as more. Look at Bobby Firmino. He creates more than anybody. He creates
Depends
more.
Depends what way you play your striker, but genuinely a striker is in the team.
But Kane plays.
Strikers in the team to finish. Your wingers are in the team to create. That's genuinely, usually what it is. And a winger is expected to be more creative and.
But hold on a second.
Have more assists than your striker.
But hold on a second. Sonny also has way more crosses than Harry Kane in the game, so he is trying to create. Like a through ball and a cross is almost the same thing. Is it not?
Yeah, but look, Son obviously is going to have a lot more crosses, which he actually does, because Son has 113 crosses. Kane only has 27, but again, reflects the area of the pitches they're in.
No, exactly, but that's what I mean. Where is a winger supposed to go through ball for? You know what I mean? He's on the side of the pitch. You know what I mean? He's not. Through balls are often straight. You know what I mean? They're usually centered. Right? Like, where's Sonny going to center a ball for, for someone? There's not much places. Sonny is usually going to either dribble or he's going to cross. It's a different system. And Sonny has created the same amount of chances and has got the same amount of assists as Harry Kane. So therefore, in my opinion, he has created the same amount as Harry Kane. It's just two different systems.
The thing is, he's actually supposed to be creating more for Harry Kane. He's supposed to be creating for the striker. So I would actually expect my winger to have more assists than my striker.
Hold on a second. So Sonny has to defend. He has to play right wing. Has to play left midfield. Has to do all these things.
I don't make the rules, Marcelo. That's just the job of a winger.
No, but hold on a second. You gotta put things into context. And Sonaldo has had to play more. I have put it into context. No, you haven't.
I expect my winger to have more assists than my striker. That is context.
But you haven't put it into context with the situation that Sonny is dealing with. He's had to play way more roles, way different positions. He had to play different positions, more roles than Kane has to cover up for our shit team. He has to cover up for our flaws in the left back, and he also has to cover up for our flaws as the wingers, because Sonny is our only real consistent winger. So he's had to
But Harry
cover up
Kane
for a
has to
lot of
cover up the
flaws.
flaws of the striker. Harry Kane has to cover up the flaws of the centre attacking midfielder.
Well, no,
Harry Kane has to cover up the flaws from defending
no, he
set
doesn't.
pieces.
Central
Yes,
attacking
he does.
midfielders. He has a no baller, baby. What are you talking about? And no
No,
baller.
look, we've
He
all
has
seen
and
it
no
all this
baller.
season.
He has
Harry
and
Kane
no
dropping
baller.
deep, picking up the ball, playing a De Bruyne pass. It's been
No,
there.
no,
We cannot
no.
deny that.
I
Cannot
understand
deny
that,
that.
but no, I understand that. But you look with the quality that Sonny is working with in the left hand side compared to the quality that Kane is working with in the mid side, where you have Højbjerg and Uno Baller, one of our two best players aside from Sonny and Kane. You cannot compare. You cannot compare.
What I will say is you say about Ben Davies, but Harry Kane is a striker, right? And we have the most misplaced passes in our own half. Now, that's near impossible for any striker to try and work with. And for Harry Kane to have the assists he does, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, the
in
thing
fairness,
is,
like you can say he's working with Ben Davies, but if we're giving away the most misplaced passes in our own half, that means Kane is being starved of the ball a little bit. And that, that's the thing.
but the thing is, Kane also has more misplaced passes in our own half than Sonny, so he's also been part of that issue as well. And he's seen the ball just as much as Sonny has. So he's also been part of that issue of the misplaced passes. You said it
That just
yourself.
shows that he's dropping deep to pick up the ball because
But
our
so is
players who are there
Sonny.
to get the ball to him can't do it.
No, but you can't say that's because he's dropping deep. Listen, both Sonny and Kane have to drop deep because we have a shit team and they both have to pick up the slack from shit players. But what I'm saying is, in terms of passing, in terms of creativity, he has more players. Kane has more players that he can work with than Sonny in the left hand side. Kane has Endo Baller and he has Højbjerg. I'm sorry, if we were playing football, David, and there was a line, Ben Davies would be the last one I would pick. He's that last kid that everybody picks at dodgeball. You know it. Everybody knows it, right? Højbjerg and no baller. Those would be one of the few first people I would start picking to one in my team. Everybody knows that. Come on, you can't compare it.
No, I could.
No, you can't. You can't. You're comparing Ben Davies with Højbjerg. You can't. You can't.
No, right. No, I'm not comparing Ben Davies with Højbjerg, but what I will say is, if we're giving away a lot of passes in our own half, like as a striker, Kane's having to do just as much work, Son deep, dropping deep and all, which he shouldn't have to be doing. And as a striker, it's so frustrating not getting as much of the ball as you should be getting because we can't get the ball to him. And Son is a massive part of that problem.
But you can.
When
No,
Kane
hold on
gets
a
the
second.
ball,
No, hold on a second.
When Kane gets the ball, what options does he really have? He usually has a midfielder coming in on and a centre back or two. So what options does he really have? And Kane makes more out of a situation in a tight situation than what I think Son does.
Sonny has better tripling. Sonny has gone for more duels. Sonny has actually been going against defenders and has completed more duels than Harry Kane. So obviously he's handled pressure just fine compared to Harry Kane. Harry Kane has had the same amount of touches as Sonny, yet his passes are less accurate. His touch is actually less accurate. Sonny's touch has been better. His passing has been better. So you can't say he has been starved from the ball when he's has the same amount of touches as Sonny has, if not more. You can't say that. In fact, I would say this. Sonny has been starved more from the ball because of the issue is, and this is not Harry Kane's fault. I'll put this in context. It's not Harry Kane's fault, but as we talked about, the vice versa. Kane gets the ball, Sonny makes the runs. Kane gets the ball, Sonny makes the runs. But the issue is when Sonny can't make the run, Harry Kane dropping back does not work. And when Harry Kane dropping back does not work, Sonny's runs doesn't work. That's the issue. So Harry Kane, he has seen enough of the ball, but his passing has been lower grade of Sonny's. So I think just saying,
yeah, but
Harry
again,
Kane,
it's where you're picking up the ball. It's where you're receiving the ball in the pressure situations.
they're picking up the ball in the same pressure situation at their own half because they both. Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
Harry Kane is usually competing with a player or two, trying to take it under control, hold a player off, and get a pass off. Son is usually receiving the ball in space, running at a defender or in behind in space. So Harry Kane does pick up the ball in a lot more pressurized situations. Usually a lot of the balls Harry Kane is picking up are long, hopeless balls to him, and he's getting in there trying to make the best of it. So he is picking up. The passes going into him are probably a lot harder to get under control than what Son's are too. But we have two super chats to get to quickly. Tim Man 007 says Kane has scored more versus Arsenal. 100%, my man. I fully agree with that.
Sonny scores more against City. So you can
Yeah,
also say
that's true. That's true.
and City are a better club than Arsenal ever will be.
And we have Will Stewart. He says through balls are midfield stats, not wing stats. A winger's through ball is a cross because the ball
Thank you.
it doesn't go between two defenders. No, not 100%, Will. There's a lot of times, wingers can get on the ball, cut inside, play a through ball. There's a lot of times I see wingers doing that. There's a lot of times I've seen Sonny doing it as well. So that's not necessarily, if you're talking about a winger who's traditionally going on the outside of a player and swinging one in, that's a cross. Son is right-footed playing on the left-hand side. Usually 9 times out of 10, he's cutting inside, which then, it doesn't really make it a cross. It makes it more of a true ball situation. But good super chat, my man. Go on,
and also, David, I do have one thing to ask. I'm gonna ask you a question, and we can debate this for a little bit because I think that this will be interesting. But get through the super chats. Let's read some of the comments. I'm kind of starving to see what people are saying.
Kane is covering up the flaws in our defence. That's from Brian Ireland. Big up Brian Ireland. Billy McQuish, this is a pointless debate. Kane is the best player in the league this season, and Son is the 5. He's in the 5 best players in the league.
I'm sorry, but I think honestly, I'm sorry, but that's not a fair comment at all because I think I brought up the stats, I brought up the versatility,
I have the final stats.
Listen, I brought up the points, the stats that can prove that Sonny has been just as important as Kane, if not more. I think that just to say that there's no debate.
We're not finished on stats yet. We're not finished on stats. I still have stats to produce.
Yeah.
Ndombele says, was nowhere near as effective in goal scoring chances since dropping deeper in the pivot, 100%. Ronnie D says, hello, Ronnie D.
Yep.
Danny Kiriakou says, who hates the Spurs more, Kane or Son? I'd say both, to be honest. Marcelo, just while I'm getting through these super chats, is there any chance you can bring up that stat for Harry Kane this season?
Harry Kane.
The one I sent you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. You sent me that one. Yeah, I have.
There's 2 of them. There's one overall at Tottenham over his seasons. I don't want that one. Just the one for this season. Dan Ann says, who has scored the better goal this season? I'd say Sonny. Kane wins that with his goal against Palace.
No, Sonny goes against Arsenal. Bigger game, better goal, bigger.
I think Kane's was a better strike. He was more technical.
Come off it. You cannot tell me you celebrated that Palace goal more than you celebrated that North London Derby goal.
Obviously, look, I celebrated more because it's Arsenal. But I think the technical ability, I think Kane's is better.
Hold on. What? That curve? That Sonny might as well put a 1 in that, bro. He might have sprinkled some magic. No, I'm sorry. But I think the game, the occasion also matters. Just as much. Like, for example, if you were going to tell me Harry Kane's best goal, right? You would tell me that whip that he had against Arsenal. 110%. But Harry Kane has scored, many screamers like that. But why is that screamer more memorable? Because it was against Arsenal. It was a big game. Big North London Derby game. That, for me, takes into account.
Yeah, look, but I just think Harry Kane's strike, technically, it's harder to do. And what a finish it was. I do think his goal is better. But fair point. Dan N, the better player is whoever stays in the summer. Yeah, that's a fair point. I'd accept that. But look, I'll get up that stat there now. 1 second. Sue Smith. We have Dave. He says Kane headed out every cross in the Spurs box in the last game. 100%. Marcelo Kane is the best second highest scorer and assist in Europe's top 5 leagues. Some without Kane or Kane without Son. Kane all day, 100%. Did you add that stream in, Marcelo? The stat.
Hold on, yeah. I'll add it right now.
Yeah, and then we'll just go through that then, and then we'll get to the question you want to ask me, and we'll spend a bit of time on the question you want to ask me. But I'll just bring this up, and I just want to say, lads, this is courtesy of Spurs related. Big up Spurs related, by the way, everyone. They're linked for the YouTube channel and their Twitter is in the description below. They've been very kind to donate and sponsor this stat and one more I have, and they are going to be looking to do more for me going more in the future. But that depends on the pull the Irish Army have as well. So if you want to see more stuff like this, get over, smash or subscribe on the channel. But look, Harry Kane this season, he scored 40. He's played 42 games. He scored 29 goals, 16 assists. 6 of the goals were penalties. He averages a goal every 116 minutes, and he's played 3,352 minutes this season. But to break that down even further, so look, in the Premier League, Harry Kane has actually played 29 appearances with 19 goals. May I add, he's top of the scorer chart, joint top with marcelo, while Son is on 14. Harry Kane has also got 13 assists in the Premier League this season, while Son only has 9. So creative-wise and goal-scoring-wise, Kane is doing better than Son, which for me,
no, he's not. No, he's not.
To be able to create goals and score goals more than a player that you pay more to create than score goals. It's a very damning stat.
No, he's not. He has not been creative. They have the same amount of stats this season. It's overall competition.
He has more assists. He has 4 more assists than Son.
No. It's not just the Premier League. You have to look at all competitions. All competitions. Sonny has scored 16 goals. No, I got the stats here. I'll bring up my stat right here. Here you go. Kane, 16 assists, right? Sonny, transfer stats. Sonny, 16 assists. They have had the same assists. Same assist. I can show it here. I can zoom it up. No.
That's fair enough. But that's my point again. Why is my striker having the same assists as my winger? That shouldn't be happening. The winger is paid to create the chances for the striker. That's the whole idea of having a winger. But Harry Kane does have more in the Premier League. You know what I mean? So what I will say is Harry Kane is actually outperforming Son in goals and assists this season.
Well, no, not really, because they have the same amount of assists. So he's not
combining assists and goals. He's outperforming Son.
No, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, combine assists and goals, yes. But why
does Son, who's a winger and a creator, compared to a finisher, why does he have the same amount of assists if Son is more creative than Harry Kane?
Well, I can also say, why does Harry Kane, who's supposed to be, a guy that plays also a number 10 role, has less dribbling, has less passing accuracy than Son, has actually a worse touch than Son, a guy that's supposed to be a fox in the box is actually a worse touch than Son. Why does he have all these other things than Son? You know what I mean? But
because Kane is dropping deeper and picking up the ball in more pressurized situations.
You can't. Stop saying dropping deeper. They're both dropping just as deep.
He is dropping deeper than Son.
Not. Look at the heat map. All right, they're both dropping deep. Sonny has been dropping deep. Kane has been dropping deep. In fact, Kane.
Right, but if you're talking starting positions on the field, Kane is supposed to be higher than Son in the field. So therefore, Kane will be dropping deeper.
If you look at the heat map, Kane has actually dropped deep a lot less than Son. Sonny has dropped way more deeper. This is basically a left wing back. You look at Sonny, his heat map, he has actually been dropping deeper more than Kane. You cannot say that. We're talking about facts here. Sonny has been dropping deeper more than Harry Kane. So you can't just keep saying that. Just because this, just because that. That's an excuse. That's a false excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. It's context. It's context. Harry Kane, as a striker, as a number 10, starts further up the field than what Son is. Kane, so therefore, in essence, is dropping very deep to pick up the ball in a lot more pressure situations. It's football. It's what we've been seeing all season long. Where Kane is getting the ball is much more pressurized situations than what Son is. And Son is supposed to be the creator in the team. But yet Harry Kane has the same amount of assists as him. And you're saying that Son is more creative than Harry Kane when the stats just don't really show that.
Sonny is he's never been known as the creator. He's mainly been a dribbler and a guy that will take on defenders and create space. That's what he's known
so
for.
A dribbler and a person that takes on defenders is a creator.
But okay, hold on a second. Kane is supposed to be a goal. He's a goal scorer and he's known as a creator. Sonny is known as a dribbler, a goal scorer, and a creator, and he's been more versatile than Kane this season. And
okay, but I'm not being funny, Marcelo. If we're talking about a left winger and a striker, and you, I'm sure you'd agree with this. I'm not being funny. I'm not sitting here debating who's more versatile. I'm not sitting here. Whoever's more versatile is adds more to Tottenham, because that's not the case. At the end of the day, if you're paid up the other end to create and score goals, Harry Kane is outperforming Son. So therefore,
I disagree.
Son, and that's what they're paid to do. Therefore, Son is having a better season than Kane. Because I'm
No.
not praising them. I'm not going to praise them too much for the defensive work because that's not what they're in the team to do. We're in the team.
But
And
they have.
assist is just as good
But
as
hold on
scoring
a
a
second.
goal.
Sonny has had to do the defensive work because of the shit team. So no, you can't say, I'm just not gonna take that out of context. That makes a majillion differences because Kane has people to work with in the midfield, while Sonny has no one to work with in the left back since Reguilon got injured. So he's had to deal with Ben Davies throughout the season. So Sonny, of course, when he has Ben Davies on the left side, his attack, his season is going to be tampered. No, hold on a second. You can't just say that, David, because if you can look in Liverpool, when Mane, who you and I will both agree is a fantastic player, one of the best in the Premier League. Look at what the season he's having when Van Dijk is missing and he's had to do more defensive duties. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't care about that." That makes a huge difference, and you gotta you talk about context. You
No, but
gotta put that into context.
I was talking about goals and assists, and you said, "But Son's more versatile." I'm not judging it on who's more versatile. At the end of the day, Kane has better defensive stats.
Yeah.
He's more goals. He's more combined goals and assists than what? He's more goals than Son. He's the same amount of assists, even though Son is a winger. You know what I mean? So for me, all around, Kane is beating Son.
No, not all around, because goals and assists, you and I both agree, doesn't just make up the game. There's also dribbling. There's also passing. There's also defending. There's also tracking back. There's also making
Kane's
runs
better at
without the ball.
defending. Kane's more effective defensively. We've seen this.
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. He's more effective. He's more effective at when it's like what in crosses. He's more effective at clearing crosses. Sonny has to track back. He has to make more challenges. He has to win more duels. He has to do that, and he does win more duels.
More duels, I disagree with. To be honest with you,
he does win more duels. He just does. He wins more duels than Harry Kane. He also wins more defensive duels than Harry Kane.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Harry Kane makes more tackles, but he wins more defensive duels than Harry Kane. Overall, yes, he does. Overall, you're just looking at Premier League stats. You got to look at the overall stats. Sonny does win more defensive duels than Harry Kane.
Look, defensive stats don't lie. Harry Kane is more important. He has more blocks. He's more clearances. You know, so it doesn't lie. He's more headed clearances. He wins more area battles than Son does. You know what I mean? So to say that Son wins more battles on a pitch than what Kane does,
actually,
it's not true.
On a second.
If you look at what Harry Kane's up against, it's just not true.
Sonny makes more interceptions. Harry Kane's interceptions per game is 0.3. Sonny is 0.4. You're just looking at the Premier League's tackle per game. Sonny has 0.8. Kane has 0.7. That's actually not true, David. That's actually not true. Sonny has actually made more tackles,
Marcelo,
and has actually
just to let you know, there's more to duels than tackles and interceptions. There's aerial duels. There's aerial duels. There's loads more than just tackles.
But I agree with you.
Involved in duels.
I agree with you. Set pieces. Kane is better. Set pieces and clearances, Kane is better. He's better at heading the ball. But tackling, interception, duels, Sonny is better. Sonny is better. He's won more duels, he's made more interceptions, and he's won more tackling. So the overall defensive game is better. The only thing Kane has been better than is clearance. The stats are here. I've pointed it out to you.
No, Kane has more blocks than Son as well. Kane is actually better defensively than what Son is. Way better defensively than what Son is. We've seen it time and time again this season. How many times have we sat there? Hang on. How many times have we sat there and praised Harry Kane for his defensive duties this season? Honestly, I can't really remember too many times we sat there and watched along and praised Son for his defensive duties.
Hold on a second. Actually, no. Hold on a second. That's because his defensive duties goes unnoticed. This is what I'm talking about. If you actually look in the stats, Son wins more interceptions, he wins more duels, and he wins more tackles. It's right here, David. It's literally right here. Kane.
There's more to defending than just tackles and interceptions. This is what I'm telling you.
Sonny also has more possessions won. He's won more possession. Kane has actually lost more possession. Winning possession. No. Sonny has won possession from the attack, right? He's won the possession from the attack more than Kane. Kane is 0.3, Sonny's is 0.4. So hold on a second. You just named clearances and block, and you're telling me his overall game has been way better. That's actually not true.
Well, it has, because if you take that into consideration with his goals, his assists, and everything else, and that he has been better than Son.
Okay, and then if you take in Son, his the runs that he makes and the space that he creates and the dribble that he makes and the
And
versatility
Harry
that
Kane
he's
also
in
does all that.
and the
Harry
different
Kane does
positions
everything as well.
and then the
Harry
different
Kane
positions.
dribbles the ball. Harry Kane makes space. Harry Kane makes runs.
He doesn't
Harry
do it
Kane.
better than Sonny.
One thing
Doesn't do
Harry
it better.
Kane does way better than Son is he's way better and more effective in the air than Son, going forward and defensively. But we do have a couple of super chats to get to. I may get through them before they disappear. Will Stewart says, Dave, Sonny has one less goal from open play than Kane in the league this season. But look, what I'd say to that is the reason why Harry Kane takes penalties is like we alluded to earlier. He's much more better on them than Sonny. So you have to credit Kane for being so good at penalties.
No, hold on a second. You also say, oh, but Harry Kane also scores goals. Harry Kane also creates assists. So does Son. Son also still scores goals.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but the facts are there. Harry Kane does more than Son. I'm not saying Son doesn't.
No,
but the evidence is there that Harry Kane does more than Son.
No, it's not.
It is.
Sonny has done more defensively.
He's more goals. No. You just said about Son. You just said Son also creates goals and assists. But the stats are there. Harry Kane has more goals and assists than Son. Yes, so he is better in that department.
No. In that department, in goal scoring, yes. Assists, no. Assists, no. They have the same. They've created the same amount of chances. So therefore, they are equal. They're equal. None. They're equal.
Well, I disagree because the wingers actually paid to assist. The fact that Harry Kane has the same of them, to me, Son needs to be up in his assisting. To be honest,
I'm sorry, but so do forwards. Forwards also get paid to be an assist. Strikers get paid to assist. Okay, I'm sorry.
Strikers' main priority is to actually get on the end and get on the end of things and score goals. That's why they're giving goal bonuses.
Not the modern day striker. Not the modern day.
Traditionally, a winger's job in football is to create. That's just the traditional job of a winger. I don't create that. That's what football has always been. A winger's job is to create. You know what I mean? But the fact that Harry Kane is a striker whose traditional job is to put the ball in the back of the net actually has the same. Well, sorry for me, Son has to do more in that department.
Nope. Actually, nowadays, in the modern days, the striker has to create just the same as a defense. If you look at Suarez, if you look at Suarez, you look at even Lewandowski creates. If you look at anybody, everybody even Aguero creates. All the modern day strikers create chances. Even Firmino, that's just is. You're like It's like comparing the modern day fullback to the old fullbacks. There was less duties back then. There's more duties now. It's just facts. And also, you're saying that Harry Kane does more than Sonny. Sonny runs up and down the pitch more than Kane. Sonny dribbles better than Kane. Sonny makes more tackles than Kane. Has better touch than Kane. Has better passing than Kane. Has better dribbling than Kane. He has he makes better also he loses possessions less than Kane. He also gets possession back more than Kane. He also does more tackles per game. He also makes more interceptions. So just saying that Kane does more than Sonny is actually not true. Sonny does more than Kane. He also plays more roles. Let's look at transfer stats.
I just wonder why we're with a left winger. I just wonder why we're not talking about goals and assists and more the attacking side of the game, to be honest with you.
I just explained it to you.
Ultimately, that is what they're paid to do. And the stats is that, Harry Kane's better. Harry Kane's also, the stats prove Harry Kane is probably more effectively defensively. Especially,
no, it doesn't. No,
especially
it doesn't.
Because where his clearances and his headers and his blocks are in our own box. With Son, he usually has one or two players pressing with him. Harry Kane's his individual man marking. He goes and gets the job done. So in that respect, Harry Kane is probably actually more influential defensively. I just have two more super chats here.
Go ahead, read the super chats and then I'll retort to that.
Jack Kinnicky, big up Jack, by the way, he says Harry Kane is better progressive passing ratio, better expected goals, better expected assists, better chance creation. Give this video a like and grab a membership. Big up, Jack. Absolutely love that stat,
now go read Will Stewart, and I will explain to you why Sonny is better defensively. And
Will Stewart says Kane in the box during set pieces. Son is the outlet. Yep. He isn't in the box. Kane's defensive stats come from set pieces. Yeah, no, 100%. I get that, Will. But at the end of the day, the reason why we're putting Son up there and not Kane is because Son's not trusted to do that in the box.
No, it's because Kane. No. You know why? Because Kane does not have the pace to get the ball and bring it to attack like Kane does. Sonny is the outlet because he is the center of the counterattack. He has the pace to bring the ball forward to the attack faster than Harry Kane. And also, I will admit, Harry Kane is better at heading than Son. But if you look, but you said, hold on a second.
One thing I will say on that.
Oh, no, hold on. Let me finish my point. You said that Kane's overall defensive game is better than Son, which is not true. Which is not true because Harry Kane, a lot of those defensive stats you talk about comes from strictly set pieces. Sonny comes from interceptions, comes from possession,
right? Set pieces.
Dribbles.
The reason, hang on, right? Let's be honest, right? The reason why Harry Kane is asked to do that job and not Son is because Son can't do it. First of all, right? Aerial duels lost proves he can't do it. Right now, you're telling me, right? Kane, our best outlet up front, proven by goals and assists. You know, you want to get stats about holding the ball up as well. Well, you know what I mean? Harry Kane, I'm pretty sure if Jose was given the opportunity, he would much rather Harry Kane up there because usually from a corner, it's a clearance. Son doesn't go challenge in the air. He doesn't get up and hold up the ball like Kane does unless it's put in behind for him. So on that, the reason why Harry Kane is asked to do the job is because Son can't. So yes, in effect, from set pieces, let's be honest, right, is our major Achilles heel. So therefore, the fact that Kane is being drafted in and he's doing the job that he's being drafted in to do proves to me because of our biggest problem is set pieces, he's more effective defensively than what Son is. There you are. And it's because we're under a defensive coach. Mourinho is asking Kane to do the job because he's better. So therefore, Kane is better defensively. Otherwise, Mourinho wouldn't have him doing it. He'd have Son doing it.
Nope, I disagree. Yes. And now I'll retort to that. I'll retort to that. You know why Son is the outlet? Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Son can't win balls in the air. Son doesn't put his body on the line and you have more blocks than Harry Kane does. You can't.
Let me retort. Can you let me retort? Let me retort. You're going to say something like that. I got to retort, okay? Yeah. The reason why Sonny is the outlet is because who do you trust more to run, get the ball from our half and run it with it to the other half? Kane or Son? Just answer the question.
Right, I'm going to answer your question, right? But what I'm going to say to you is right, okay, you can spin it like that, but that's not why you, like, when you have a defensive set piece, right, and let's be real here, when you have a defensive set piece, you're not thinking, oh, when the ball breaks, I'm going to have Son there because the ball goes over the top. Your first thing is to stop that set piece. So that's why Kane is there. It's not, that's like,
Kane is better.
For me, that's a non-runner. That is a non-runner. That doesn't make sense.
Look, Kane is better set pieces, but you said Kane is a better outlet at our own half than Sonny. Completely agree. No, he isn't.
No, he is. That's why everything goes through Harry Kane.
Hold on a second. Who do you trust in a counterattack to get the ball from our half to the other?
Marcelo, it can be about who you trust. At the end of the day, what we've seen on the field. What we've seen on the field is that everything goes through Harry Kane. So are you denying that? Are you denying that everything doesn't go through Harry Kane?
Thank you. You just said it. It's Son. Son gets the ball. No, yes, he does. He has. Kane does not have the.
Did anyone hear me say that? No, I don't think they did.
Because you didn't answer my question, so I'm out of.
I did answer your question. I did answer your question.
You rode over the question. I asked you, who do you trust more to have the pace and the counterattack to get to the ball from our half to the opponent's half?
So I'm going to answer your question again.
Don't go around the question.
I'm not. No. See, if you actually let me answer the question, because what I'm actually doing, I can see what you're doing. You're trying to flip it, like you're trying to flip a defensive set piece into. No. Let me speak. I'm answering your question. You asked me to answer it.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to flip a defensive set piece into an attacking scenario to suit your argument with Son and saying Son's up top because Mourinho's thinking about getting all the ball in behind, even though we all sit here and call Mourinho the best defensive coach in the world. So you're trying to flip it to suit your argument. But what I'm doing is I'm putting context to it. Mourinho isn't putting Son up there because he's the best one to go and win the ball. He's bringing Kane back because Kane is the best one to go and defend. That's what he's doing. It's a defensive set piece we're talking about.
No, I think it's because
you're talking about defensive set pieces.
No, because I think
Mourinho put Son up top on our own defensive set pieces because he's better in going behind. No, sorry. The first thing when a defensive set piece comes in is to defend it, and the reason why Kane is there is to defend it because Son can't. We've seen by Son's aerial duels today, he just can't defend. He can't challenge in the air. So that's why Harry Kane is there. So I have answered your question. I'm just not letting you flip it because we're
No,
talking
I
about
think
defensive set
no,
piece.
and let me explain to you why I think why Kane is in the box. One, he is better at clearance than Son. I will agree with you on that. But I think it's because Kane in the box, he can get the ball and he can give it to Son, who has the pace to set up the counter attack. So it fits
But when the ball
perfectly.
comes into
No,
the
no, no,
box,
no,
it's
hold on
very
a
rare
second.
you
No, no,
get the
hold on a
ball. It's
second.
usually
I
just
was
a
quiet. I
header.
was quiet. No, no, hold on a second. I was quiet. I was quiet. Right? So when Kane wins the ball in the box, he is able to get the ball to Sonny, who has the pace to go and start the counter attack, which creates all of our counter attack. You can watch it multiple times. Every time our counter attack comes from our first half, it comes from Kane in the box to Sonny to then Sonny getting the ball to the opposition's half. That's just how it's always start. Kane does not have the pace to get our ball from our half to the opposition. He just doesn't. So it just works better for both that Kane is in the box and Sonny is the outlet. Kane cannot be the outlet because he does not have the pace to get to the opposition's half, to our half, to the opposition half. He just doesn't. So that's why they suit each other. But also, you can't just say, oh, just because he makes more clearance and makes more blocks and set pieces, Kane's overall defensive game is better. That's not true.
But
Sonny,
when defense when
hold
when
on, hold on.
defense
Let me ask you. No, no, no,
when
no.
set pieces are our biggest Achilles heel, you would say it's more influential
Bro, defense
because
in
it's our biggest
general. No,
Achilles
no,
heel. The
no, no.
team
Defense in general is our Achilles heel. Let me tell you this.
set
If
pieces. We were
intercept,
talking about
no,
set
no,
pieces all season.
no, no. I know, but let me tell you this. Interception, blocking, right? No, like just open play blocking as well. Not just set piece blocking. Interceptions, blocking, stealing back possessions, tackling, duels. Are these not all things that are important to defensive game?
They are, but he also has a lot of other players pressing with him, and just on blocking.
No, hold on a
Harry,
second. No, hold on a second. Sonny has more interceptions. He's stolen possession more. He actually
yeah.
challenges more duels and wins them
Hmm.
more. And actually,
Now is that duels in general, headers, aerial duels, and just duels on the ground,
it's
or
all it's all in general. It's all.
well,
I
I
mean,
can tell you now that's not true.
no, he does. He wins
No,
more.
it's not
When
true.
Sonny takes on more players. He just does. He takes on more players. He wins more duels. He does.
No, I'm on about duels. I'm talking about like so duels is in defensive duels, tackling, aerial
Defensive
duels,
duels.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wins
no,
more
that's
duels.
not true. Kane wins more than
He
Son.
wins no, he wins more duels. He takes on more players and he wins more duels.
No, taking on players is different. Duels is defensively
No, no,
tackling
no.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
when players are attacking, Son takes on more attackers than Harry Kane. He does at the left side. He does.
Oh, so you're on no, oh yeah, no. So we're getting mixed up. You're talking about skinning a player. You're talking about going by a player.
No, no. I'm talking about a player trying to skim Son and Son, like for example, like a left back. Like he'll duel. Like for example, Ben Davies, he'll duel with an attacker. Son has more interaction. He has more duels than Kane, and he's more successful. He has more interceptions. He's won the ball back more times. He has more tackles per game. He gets more involved in duels than Harry Kane does. Defensive
Yeah,
duels, not attacking duels. Defensive duels. He does.
but what you're not understanding is right. As a left winger, that's part of Son's job, right? As a striker, that's not what a traditional striker does. But Harry Kane
Okay,
is
so
dropping
no, no,
back
so hold on a
sometimes to
second. So
defensive
Harry
midfield
Kane, so
to
Son,
help
so
out.
Sonny has to do everything. So Sonny has to do everything, while Harry Kane's only job is to sit up front, have a nice beach day, has a nice vacation, and just score goals. That's it. So because Sonny signed up
Well,
as a
I
left
think that's
wing,
a pretty
no, no, hold
rash
on.
statement, to
So
be
no, no,
honest with
no.
you,
So
Marcelo, because
because
everybody
Sonny,
else
no, no,
watching and who's been
but
watching the season would know that that's not what Harry Kane has been
no,
doing.
no,
So
I'm
that's a
not
pretty
saying.
rash statement.
No, no, no. I'm not saying that's what Harry Kane does. I'm saying that's what you expect from Harry Kane. You just expect him to lay back on the beach, wait until the ball comes up to him, and for him to score the goals. While when Sonny does all
No?
these great things, no, hold on a second. Now when Sonny does all these great things and does all of these different positions, plays all these different positions, play all these
Hmm.
versatilities, while still being one of the top strikers in the Premier League in terms of the wingers, right? One of the top wingers, right,
Hmm.
in the Premier League. You just say, "Oh yeah, but that's what he signed up to do. He signed up for all these things." No, he didn't. He's a guy that started out as a left winger that can play from 5 to 6 different roles. That also has been playing the defensive duties. You can't just say
Well,
that,
when he
David.
signed
That's
up to play left
disrespectful.
wing, he did kind of sign up for the defensive work because it comes with the role. So he kind of did sign up for it.
Man, I think, but yeah,
Well,
but
no, he did.
I think
But at the
no,
end of the
like I
day,
think you're
Harry
just
Kane,
discrediting.
he has the same assist as a winger. You know what I mean? Which should not be happening. Your winger should be assisting your striker more than what your striker has assists. And Harry Kane scores more goals. He's more effective defensively for us from set pieces, which has been our major
Yeah,
Achilles heel this season.
But
We
Sonny is
spoke
more
about
effective.
all season.
Yeah, but
He
Sonny is more
drops deep.
effective
He picks
defensively
up the ball. He
overall.
sprays balls in behind.
Yeah,
Not only does he do short passes, he does long passes. You can't compare
yeah.
Harry Kane to Son Heung-min Son this season.
No,
I'm
yes, I
sorry.
can. Yes, I can. Yes, I
All
can.
we've done
Because
here for
guess
the
what?
last while, right?
Harry Kane. No,
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 no.
Harry
Let
Kane.
me
No, no, hold
finish.
on a
Let me
second.
finish.
Harry
Let me
Kane.
finish. You said a minute ago about letting you finish, so let me finish.
Yeah.
So the thing is, right? So we're talking. All you've kind of put forward for the last hour and a half is Son's defensive stats, right? But we're talking about a left winger.
Mm. Yeah, okay, but we're also talking about no, you're saying you can't compare. Hold on a second. Sonny has better dribbling, makes more runs, works harder, runs up and down the pitch. It shows in the heat map. These are all facts. Is overall better defensively. He just is. Look at the stats. Overall, Kane is only better at set pieces, but I'm sorry, there's more than defending than set pieces. I'm sorry, this is true. So Sonny beats him in all the other departments of defending. Sonny is also takes on more players. He has a better touch. He does. He does have better passing. So and also for a winger, he also scores tremendous amount of goals. On top of that, he's also scored only one less open play goals than Harry Kane. That's also true. So from open
That's because you
play,
can't
he's
take
been
penalties. That's not Kane's fault.
but hold on a second. From open play, he's been just as effective as a forward as Harry Kane has. So so he's been effective going forward. He's been effective defensively. He's been effective dribbling. He's been effective off the ball. You know what I mean? Like he's been way more effective off the ball than Harry Kane. Harry Kane off the ball looks like a sluggish zombie at times. Off the ball, he does.
On.
Yes, he does.
If you're sitting there, right, calling Harry Kane a sluggish zombie to try and win the debate,
when Harry Kane is tired, Kane is tired, you go watch him.
Harry Kane's tired. Son gets taken off because he can't last 90 minutes, man.
Yeah, but that's because Sonny has to run up and down the pitch. Harry Kane doesn't even run up as much as Sonny. Sonny covers way more ground than Harry Kane. Harry Kane,
well, I disagree. If Harry Kane's defending set pieces, he's run all the way back to his box, and then he's to be up the other end to score goals. So, in essence, I wouldn't really say that.
That's actually not what Harry Kane does. That's actually what Sonny does. Because what Harry Kane does is that he goes back for the set pieces, and then he waits for Sonny to go back to the opposition's half to score the goal. Harry Kane has never gone. Listen here. Harry Kane has never gone from our box, our half, to the other opposition's half and scored a goal. Sonny has.
Fact. Yeah, okay. That's fact. One goal. We're talking one goal, right?
Fact.
Okay.
No.
So also, yeah. No, it's fact.
Chelsea,
right? But let me finish. Let me finish.
He was also in Chelsea's half. Also Liverpool.
Let me speak.
Half. Okay.
Yeah, just let me speak. So okay. So you're talking about what? 1, 2 goals, 3 goals? What do you want? How many do you want to put there?
I mean, no. I'm talking about overall.
No. I'm just asking. What figure? How many goals do you know that he's ran? He's ran all them. Just put answer.
Oh, it's certainly way more than Harry Kane. Certainly way more than Harry Kane. But you just talked about work ethic. You just talked about work ethic. Hold on a second.
So you're talking about work ethic.
You're telling me Harry Kane. No, hold on a second. No, hold on. Hang on.
I'm speaking. I let you speak. I let you make your point.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, okay, you're talking about one goal, man. Harry Kane's the leading top scorer at this club. You can't compare.
No, I'm not talking. No, hold on a second. No, you're chatting shit now. You're chatting shit now.
No, I'm trying to.
No, I'm not talking one goal.
Hang on. You're talking about one. You're the one that brought up one Puskas goal. You're the one that brought up. You're the one that sat there and said, "Oh, well, how many goals has Harry Kane scored by running at the defence?" Okay. So you're talking about one goal. I'm talking about all the goals in general.
No.
How many goals has Harry Kane scored in the box? How many goals has Harry Kane scored on his left foot? How many goals has Harry Kane scored on his right foot? How many headers has Kane scored?
You're covering your tracks. No,
I'm not covering my tracks. You're talking about. You're talking about.
Yes, you
did.
Let me
finish. You're talking about.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you will let me finish because you can't ask me to let you finish and not let me finish.
You finish.
So I will finish. I will finish. It's my channel. I will finish first of all.
Go finish.
So, right, you're talking about an ability where Harry Kane is running out of defence or Son is running out of defence, knowing Harry Kane doesn't have that ability. But then I'll just flip it. I'd say it's a petty argument because I could just turn around and say how many goals from the head has Son got because he doesn't have that ability. So you're the one that brought it to that, not me. Just to clarify that, just to clarify that. But Will Stewart does say here how many goals as an outlet does Kane have? That goal came from being an outlet on set piece. Will, we're talking about one goal. Talking about one goal. The reason why Son is there. Hang on. So, Will, the reason why Son was there, right, and we're talking about from a defensive set piece, is because he can't defend set pieces. He can't header a ball. That's why Kane is there. Otherwise, Kane would be where Son is. No, let's be real. But you're talking about one Puskas goal. Harry Kane is going for Jimmy Greaves' record, Premier League record, and we're talking about one Puskas goal. You guys are coming at me, right, with one goal, a Puskas award winner.
You're chatting shit. You're chatting shit. No, you're chatting shit.
I'm not chatting shit.
Hold on. Oh, no, you're chatting
shit.
You're
chatting shit. No,
you're
saying shit because the facts don't suit your stats, man.
No, you're chatting shit.
No, you're chatting shit. You're talking about one goal, one Puskas goal.
First off, you named one defensive stat and you said Harry Kane is better defensively than Son.
No, I named more than one defensive stat.
No, you named one defensive stat that all comes from set pieces. All right, I named four different defensive stats. They all came from set pieces. And Will also disproved you. Will also disproved you. We can get the super chat back. And I named 4 different type of defensive stats that come from all different types of angle, all different types of placement. You can get back the super chat. Will did show you that. So I covered more. No, the super chat where he said that all of those set pieces, all those defensive stats that you named, all come from set pieces, which is true.
They don't all come from set pieces, and I'll tell you why, because I was the one that checked it up. They don't.
They do. All those
don't. The blocks I gave you don't all come from defensive set pieces.
Blocks and header clearances all come from Harry Kane's set pieces. It does. Okay, moving on.
I'm the one that went and found the stat.
Moving on.
I'm the one that brought the stat to there. I looked it up.
Moving on. You're trying to play down Sonny's ability to get the ball from opposition half to the other half by saying, oh, because Sonny can't head the ball. Well, I can also say the same thing because Harry Kane can't run from our half to the opposition half. So what I said, I actually praised Kane. I said he has a good header clearance, but his header clearances also fits perfectly from Son's ability to get from our opposition, from our half to the other team's half. So don't try to downplay Sonny's ability to make Kane look better. That is actually not right. Sonny is one of the best at getting the ball and bringing it to the opposition half. Don't do that. I think that's wrong.
No, hang on. See,
you did do that. You chat shit. And also, you also said,
no, you're chatting shit. Hang on. Let's be respectful. Let's be respectful here. No, hang on. Let's be respectful. First of all, don't you dare tell me I'm chatting shit, right?
No, you were chatting shit about
Son. No, let's not go there. Let's not go there. No.
You went there. You went there. I'll defend Sonny.
Again, right, the thing is, I understand why you're getting upset because all you've done is sat here talking about Son's defensive rate because you can't compare him going forward, which is what Lee's job.
I defended. He's
a massive part of his job.
I showed his stats.
And to talk about chatting shit, hang on, talk about chatting shit, right? First of all, you're the one that came to me and said, oh, Son, with one Puskas goal. You're the one that brought it up, not me. And again, you're reverting back to defensive stats because you can't compare going forward. So you keep going back to defensive stats. I have your number. I have your number.
No, you don't. Dribbling, running. No. You're just choosing to listen to what I tell you. Dribbling, making runs off the ball, running, dribbling, making runs off the ball.
The thing is, you come at me and I just recorded
most of them. Running,
goals and assists. Marcelo, you're the one that's been cutting over me like for the last 10 minutes when I'm trying to speak. And you're telling me I'm not listening. Grow up, man.
Every time I've shown a stat that has proven your stat wrong. You know what you said? You said, well, Sonny signs up for that. Well, Sonny signs up for that. That's such a lame, weak excuse, man. Come on now. No, just because, okay, Harry Kane, you know what? Okay, how about this? Sonny has only one less open play goal than Harry Kane, right? Well, Harry Kane signs up to score goals. He's a striker, right? I can say the same thing.
Well, okay, no. Okay, Harry Kane's also dedicated himself to taking penalties. And Son doesn't take penalties because he's shit at penalties. Cool. So Harry Kane is a penalty taker. So you have to have bottle and nerve to take the penalty as well and put it away. So put all the goals together. Put all the goals together, not just open play. Because how many of them penalties has Harry Kane won? The majority of them.
Yeah, no. And so has Son. Son has also scored almost all of his penalties aside from Villa.
No, I'm saying how many of the penalties has Kane won? He's won the majority of them.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic penalty taker. I'll never dispute that. But you know, you're trying to downplay. The issue is I'm having is that you're downplaying all these fantastic stats from Sonny by saying he signed up for it, when I could have easily downplayed all your stats by saying, well, you know, all the goal stats by saying, oh well, Harry Kane is a striker. He's supposed to score goals. That's no, come on now, man. Be fair. Be fair. I'm not doing that to Harry Kane.
You
It's
did
an
say that.
impressive
You did
stat.
say Harry Kane was
No,
in the team to score goals.
no. I
That's what
said
he's in the
that.
team to do. That's
No,
fact. That's why we
no.
pay him the wages we do to score goals.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah,
and he does a good job at it. And we pay
yeah.
Sonny to be defensive, to be creator, to be a guy that also dribbles, to be a guy that also plays all these all versatile positions, and he does it at a world class level. So you know, just saying that because we pay Sonny to do that doesn't it make it less impressive. So you can't just downplay his achievements by saying he signed up for that. That's you know what I'm saying here.
No, I was
Like you
just
can't
letting
just
you
do
know
that.
that. No, what
No,
I
you
was
can't
doing
do
is
that.
you were giving me stats about touches and controls, this, that, and the other. But what I was doing is saying is that sometimes where Kane receives the ball to Son, it's a lot more pressure situation, which is true. It's bringing
It's not
context to the
though.
stat.
It's
It's
not
not
though.
because your stat has proved me wrong. I'm bringing context to the stat. That's what I'm doing, and you don't like it because I've been successful at it today. Just be honest.
No, actually, that's actually not true. That's actually not true. And I also proved that because Sonny also gets the ball from our half just as much as Kane does. So that's actually not true. Like I literally
And
have it here. I literally showed it to you. Like what are you talking about? I literally
what
showed
did
it
you
to
show
you.
me?
I
What
showed
did you
you
show me?
the heat maps. Sonny also the passes in our own half.
So,
Sonny and Kane.
Son's
Okay, so
better
hold on a
because of the
second.
heat map.
Let
Is
me
that what you're
no
telling
no
me?
no no no. Hold on a second. Also, I put the heat map, right? And I also look at the stats of passing in our own half. Kane gets the ball at our own half 4.7 per game, right? Sonny gets the ball at our own half 6.7 our own game. Sonny's passing rate at our own half is 86%. Kane's is actually 69. So you telling me, oh actually no, my bad. 76. I read that wrong.
All right.
76. 76. So they actually
What
get the
Sons?
ball in our own half 86. So
Okay.
they and actually Sonny and Sonny gets the ball more in our own half where people are pressing us than Kane does. So actually that stat is wrong. Sonny actually gets the ball in more high pressure situation than Harry Kane does, and his passing is more accurate. So that's wrong. It's just facts. That's just facts. So you can't just tell me like Sonny's passing and his creativity and his assists has been on par with Harry Kane. It just has. Like, so you can't tell me Kane is a better creator than Sonny when they're both great creators. They're both the same. They're both,
Well,
you know.
he is better player because he's the same assists and more goals.
Well, no. He has more goals. He's a more clinical goal
Hmm.
scorer, yes, but a creator. That's actually not true. They're both created the same amount, and both have the same amount of assists. Actually, in terms of big chances created, Sonny has created 13. Harry Kane has created 14. So only one more. You know, vice versa. It can happen, right? But if you
So
look at the
Harry Kane
stats,
has created
actually,
one more.
one more.
Okay, so he is more
But
creative then.
but no, because they have the same amount of assists. So one of the big, they still have the same amount of assists. And also Harry Kane's passing is less accurate than Sonny's. And Sonny
Who
has put
attempts
in
more
more
passes?
crosses.
Who attempts more
Uh,
passes?
at their own half, Sonny, and
No, in
also at the
general.
other half. Oh, in general, well, I don't. I mean, I would have to add up that all half. Okay, so opposition and own half. All right, so that'll be 17. Well, there'll be 18 for Kane, Sonny. That would be 7.6 at our own half. 16.3 at our own half. That would be 22. So Sonny makes more passes.
Right.
Okay, like so
Um, um,
I'm just saying I think creating wise they're both very equal. That's all I've been
well,
saying.
what
Like
I
you
would
can't.
say to you is if Son attempts more passes, right, and
Mm,
Kane has more successful through balls than Son. Why?
no, not
Obviously,
through
then for
balls.
me, that
No,
just
yeah.
tells me if Kane has the same amount as assists as Son, and Son attempts more passes and everything else, well then clearly Kane is better because it means his assist ratio is better than Son's
No, but his assist ratio is the
compared to
same
passing
as
stuff.
Son. No, his
Well, if Son
assist
has
ratio
attempted
is the
more
same as Son.
passes, if Son has attempted more passes and they have the same amount of assists, well, then Kane is better.
No, it's not.
Well, no, he is,
Like,
because Son has more attempted passes than Kane, and Kane has the same assists as Son. So
but Son,
therefore, Kane is
no, but the
better
thing,
assisting than what
but the
Son is.
difference is it's because Sonny's passes are accurate. If they were inaccurate, I would agree with you, but the pass is made through. So it's not up to Son after that. It's up to the person who gets the ball. Wouldn't you agree? Like
It's
if
the same
Harry
with
Kane,
Kane. It's the same when Kane passes off a ball.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I'm saying the same thing. But Harry Kane's passes are less accurate than Son. So that's the whole point. Like you can like okay, for example, if I give you the ball right in front of the goal and then you miss it, is that my fault or the player's fault? It's your
Oh no,
fault.
I know that's not your fault. I know that's not your
No,
fault, man. But what I'm saying is, if Son has
but like
attempted more passes, so therefore, if Kane has the same
it's
amount
more
of
accurate.
assists, well then therefore he's better at creating goals than what Son is.
No, because their Sonny's passes are more accurate than Harry Kane's.
But if they were more
Wow.
accurate, he'd have a better assist record.
But he doesn't. But like that's not Sonny's fault. Like the thing
But
is at
you're
the end of
making
the
it
day,
sound like every single one of Son's passes is on a plate and missed in front of an open goal. It's not true.
but at the end of the day, the ball he's giving to the players have to do something with it, right? Okay, like for example, I mean, if you're gonna go by that point, then like you can't like the balls that Harry Kane gave Sonny weren't exactly on the plate. So like, would you consider those not assists? They weren't on the plate. Sonny had to do a lot to score those goals. Like you can't just say that. Like
But
Sonny
Kane's had to
at the end
still
of
do
the
a lot to
no no
score his goals as well.
but at the end of the day, Sonny is giving the ball to the attacking player. It's up to them what they can do with it. Wouldn't you agree? Like Harry Kane, when he gives the ball to a player in an attacking position, it's up to the attacking player what they can do with it. You know what I mean? It's not Harry Kane or Sonny's fault if they're shit. Like it's not either, right? Like you can't just put that on them. So
No,
like
but what that tells me is Son may attempt more passes, right? But his quality of ball to the player in that final position is as good as Harry Kane's, because Harry Kane has less attempted passes and has the same amount of assists. So therefore, it's obviously not on the same quality as what Harry Kane's given the other players to put away.
but they have the same amount of assists. So Sonny is creating. You know what? It also tells me that Sonny is creating more, trying to create more chances per game, and he is creating more chances per game because the passes are more accurate than Harry Kane's. And it actually tells me that Sonny maybe has a better vision than Harry Kane since his passing is more accurate. And that, in
Well, I think
fact,
we can
no,
all
no,
disagree with that.
and that in fact, actually, well, you can't because it actually is percentage-wise, it is. So.
Do you know vision isn't just short range passes, Marcelo? It's long range passes, cross balls. Vision is more than just one pass. You know that.
No, I know that. I'm taking an alternate account.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I also just told you that Harry Kane has more long passes, Sonny has better chipping, and he has better crosses. So, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, take crosses out of it because Harry Kane's not there to cross the ball. He's not in that position.
well, then I guess,
So
you can take but hold on a second. But then you can't, you got to take long balls off of it because how many times is a winger really gonna go a long ball? It just doesn't fit. Like, you know what I mean? Practically, a cross is a long ball for a winger. Wouldn't you
No,
agree?
cross is different. No, we're talking about passes. We were talking about passes. Long range pass is a pass. A cross is a cross. It's not a pass. It's different.
Hold on a second. Like, so you wouldn't say like no? Hold on a second. A cross is basically a pass. It's just
No, it's
a
not.
cross. No, it's passing
Yeah,
to.
it's not
It's trying to pass to an opponent. It's a cross.
Pass, long
Yes.
range pass. It's in the name.
Long ball. Okay. Then long ball isn't a pass because it's a
Cross,
long ball.
long range pass.
No. Long
Pass.
ball.
Pass
No,
is
hold
there
on.
because
Long
it's a
ball
pass.
isn't a
Cross
pass
is a
then.
cross.
No.
It's called a
Long
cross.
ball. No, hold on. Then long ball is not a pass then because it's called a long ball, not a pass.
No, it's called a long ball pass.
No, it's long. No, it's called a long ball.
It's called a long ball pass.
No, it's called
Switch
your
of
long
play.
ball.
You
Sorry,
know, that's
called long ball
loads
here.
of different ways you can call it, but it's a pass.
Listen, no, come on now. You're just trying to like a long ball. Look, how many times is a winger gonna have the opportunity to go for a long ball? It just doesn't happen. It's just a different position.
Harry Kane seems to put a lot of them in this year.
But he's not a winger. He's a central player. Central players are going to go for more long balls. That's like saying Trent.
Well, a striker doesn't usually. I'm pretty sure if you went for Harry Kane's long balls towards Vardy's, Aguero's, all the strikers in the Premier League, Kane would probably top them by
no, yeah, he would. And if you go,
yeah, so therefore it's not really a striker's job to be doing long balls, but he's doing it anyway. So therefore he probably has better vision.
No, but you can't just say that just because, like, just because Kane, But also, Sonny's job, he's doing a lot more than other wingers are. He just is. He's okay. If you're gonna compare wingers to wingers, Sonny has more goals than like other than Mo Salah than any other winger in the league. You know what I mean? Sonny has actually been, one
Okay,
of the
but he's
most
not
one of
top.
no
Harry
no no
Kane's
no
top.
no.
He's not
Okay,
top.
but he's been more one of the most creative wingers in the league. He's been one of the best defensive wingers in the league.
Yeah,
He's been one of the
look,
best.
the
He's been
argument
one of
isn't
the
that
better
Son's one of the
dribblers,
best wingers. The argument is he better than Kane? And he's just
and he
not.
is. He is. He's more
No, he's not.
versatile than Kane. He's shown to be more
Yeah,
versatile than Kane.
versatility. I'm sorry,
He's
but
been
versatility doesn't make a player. I'm sorry.
no.
You
Yes,
know,
it does. Yes, it does.
no, it doesn't. No, it
He's
doesn't.
more versatile. Yes, it does. You
No, it
can't.
doesn't.
Okay, you can't just go by your
Zlatan
own rules.
Ibrahimovic. Hang on.
No.
So
You
versatility
can't
makes
just
a
go.
player.
You
No,
can't
no.
just
Let's
go.
just
No.
establish this. No. Let's establish this. So
All right. Who's the?
versatility makes a player. Is
All right.
some is Zlatan Ibrahimovic one of the best strikers ever in world football? Right. Ronaldo, one of the best strikers in world football. Right.
Yeah.
Played one position most of their life. Zlatan played one position all his life.
Yeah.
Just because he's not versatile and can't play left wing, right wing, defensive midfield, it doesn't mean other players on the team are better than him because they can play more positions.
Well, hold on a second. Who would you say is better, Messi or Zlatan?
I would say Messi.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Right. But Messi has been one of the best versatile players. The reason why Messi is one of the best in the world is because he's versatile. Messi can play anywhere. Messi can play as an attacking midfielder, as a left winger, as a right winger, as a striker. He can play it all. That's what makes him great. Look at Cristiano
Ronaldo. What
No,
makes Messi great is his
no,
first touch, his ability to beat a player, his vision, the goals he scores. That's what makes Messi great, not the versatility. Let's not get this construed. They don't hand him the Ballon d'Or because he can play 60. They don't say, "Oh, Messi, you're the Ballon d'Or winner this year because you can play 6 different positions." Versatility has nothing to do with who's better. I'm sorry.
I disagree. It does because the reason why
but you don't win the Ballon d'Or on versatility.
No, yes, you do because Messi. The reason why Messi is so great, yes, he does. Because the reason why Messi. Let me explain. First of all, let me explain. Because the reason why versatility does matter is because over the years you have to be versatile and you have to be able to play different positions according to the different teams and to the different squads. Like Messi has been able to accompany his squad over the years because he's been able to play so many different positions. Like, for example, when they needed a striker, he was able to play striker and he was very damn good at it. So he was still maintaining his top level because he can play in any position at a top level. When they needed him, when Neymar came in and he played as a left wing, he played as a right wing and he still maintained a high level. When he was needed at the midfield.
When Son plays right wing, does he maintain a high level?
Well, he scored. Let me check here.
I'll just while you're checking that, I'll go through a couple of super chats. Will Stewart says, "And this show is a riot. Kiss and make up now, lads. I'm like $70 deep."
No.
Yeah,
no, we're good.
What I'm going to say is, Will, you don't know what we discuss in the background, my man. Just trust me. There's no falling out here, lad. Honestly.
No bad blood. Yeah, no bad blood.
You don't know what you don't know what we talk about in the background. I'll explain it to you someday, my man. Brian C says, lads, brilliant debate. You have proved both are inevitable to us and key to our next season. Club now needs to focus on how to keep them both. Come on, you Spurs. 100%. I agree with that, my man.
So Sonny, I would have to go through all of this, but so Sonny played as a striker against Tottenham last. So he's played 7 games as a center forward, and he scored 1, 2, 3, and he got 2 assists as a center forward. So 4 goals, 2 assists as a center forward in 7 games. I would say that's pretty good. Sonny.
No, I was asking about. I wanted to know on the right wing.
Yeah, and then I'll get to the right wing. I'm getting to all the positions. So as a center forward, he's had 7 games, scored 4 goals and 2 assists. I would say that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
3 goals. He's played 3 games as a right winger. He scored 1.
Is that all?
Yeah, he's only played a couple.
Is that over the course of his Tottenham career? Yeah.
No. So what Transfer Market does when I say, because the thing is, right? This is what I mean about.
But is that over the course since he's come to Tottenham?
No. I'm talking about this season. So this season, this season he's played 3 games where he started and ended as a right wing, and he scored 1. So he scored 1 against Ludogorets, scored 1 against City where he played right wing, and I don't think I can find the other one. Oh, I can't find the other one, lad. I'll just say he scored 2 in 3 games. That's still pretty good. I'll still say that's pretty good. 2 goals in 3 games as a right wing.
Mm.
So, and then as a left mid, he's played 5 games. And I don't think he scored many goals there because he's been playing. Practically played as a defender. So a lot of the times, in my opinion, from what I've seen, every time Sonny has had to play defensive, he's at a goal drought, but he's had to play defensively. You know what I mean? It just you're not going to score as many goals, David, when you're a left winger than when you play as a striker. It's just facts. You're not going to score as many goals. So obviously Harry Kane is going to win on goals. But I think the fact that although Sonny, and you have to agree with this, although Sonny has had more defensive duties, which he has had more defensive duties where but he has, David, because he started as a left he started and maintained as a left wing in like 5 to 10 games, right? So he's had played a more defensive role. So he's had more defensive duties. So if he's had more defensive duties and he still has the same amount of assists as Harry Kane, I would say that's impressive. I would say that's pretty darn impressive compared to Harry
Um,
Kane, who's usually in a heat map and position wise starts up more forward.
well, look, what I would say is a striker isn't expected to have as many assists as a winger. You know what I mean? And Harry Kane, as a striker, to be honest with you, most strikers don't really do much defensive work. So the fact that he is back defending and everything else, like, he does do defensive work as well, like Sonny. But
No,
the
for a
thing
striker,
is,
for a
Kane is
striker,
better.
he does. No, for a striker, he does do a good defensive work. But Sonny literally played like 10 to like 5 to 10 games in the Premier League in a defensive role. There's a difference between coming back and doing like you would agree with me. There's a difference between playing in a defensive role than some occasionally coming back, for the set pieces or occasionally tracking back to help out the team. There's a big difference, David. There just is. It's like starting out as a left winger and starting out as a midfielder. Who is more likely to be in a position to be an attacking? It's the midfielder.
Yeah, it is. But the fact that you're not expecting your striker to
You're
do all
so
the defensive work.
stubborn. I
The
love it.
fact that you're not expecting your striker to do all the defensive work and he still does it, and right, so
Yeah.
he drops that deep, picks up the ball, creates, and he still gets on the end and finishes the moves. That's incredible. That's incredible to be able to do
No,
that.
I also think it's incredible the fact that Sonny plays in a defensive position and still racks up 19 goals and 16 assists. I think that's also incredible, and still competing with the likes of Mo Salah and Mane, who has way less defensive duties than they do. Actually, he's beaten Mane this season, and I think Salah. I don't know how many more goals Salah has than him, but it can't be too many in my opinion. But and Salah has way less defensive duty. Salah, and compared to most wingers, has way less defensive duty than any other winger. Mane has had loads of defensive duties compared to Salah. But in
But the
my
thing is, we can sit here and say Son has defensive duties. He does, which is true.
he
But at
does.
the end of the day, everybody in
Actually,
the
no,
team
no,
has
Sonny.
defensive duties.
Actually, Sonny actually has more goal contributions than Salah this season. My bad. I misplaced myself. Salah has 19 goals and 3 assists, so actually Sonny has more goal distributions this season. So in fact, Sonny is actually one of the highest goal distribution this season, so one of the best. To answer your question, so he is number one.
No, he's one of the best, but he's not better than
No,
Harry
no, no,
Kane.
he is. No, he is number
No, Harry
one
Kane is more goals
in
than
the wing.
assists.
No. But in the wing, as a winger, he is number
Yeah, but
one. So you
yeah, but the debate isn't comparing him with Mo Salah. The debate is comparing him with Harry Kane.
no, but I know, but you said, well, he's not one of the best in this position. Remember that? You said, oh,
How,
he's not
how,
one of the best.
how,
He was
how
one
many
of
goals and assists do you say Mo Salah has?
He has 19 goals and 3 assists.
That's in the Premier League, but what about overall?
No. Overall, this is overall. This is. Oh wait, no. Actually, I'm an idiot. Hold
I
on.
think so. I
Let me
think
see.
I think Salah has 19 goals in the Premier League anyway.
No. No. He has 28 goals and 4 goals in the Premier League. He has 19 goals. My bad. So Mo Salah is one of the better wingers, but in my opinion, Mo Salah does not do the defensive duties that Sonny does. So I think the fact that Sonny has done the more defensive duties, Sonny it has been better than Harry Kane because he's had more duties. He's had been to be more versatile. He's been dependent upon in more different positions than Harry Kane, and also he's created just the same amount as Harry Kane. He's better off the ball as Harry Kane. He makes better dribbles than Harry Kane. He works harder than Harry Kane, and he's better defensively than Harry Kane.
Um, I disagree.
Harry Kane is a better striker. Harry Kane is a better goal scorer. And Harry Kane, I will say
Just as good
this.
as creating. We've seen that. Just as good as
Harry
creating.
Kane, I mean, Sonny has the same amount of assists. So Harry
Yeah.
Kane is he's a better goal scorer and he's a fox in the box. And I respect that. His positioning is better. And I would say his long balls are better. But, not much a winger can do with long balls. They usually do with crosses. But I would say this: if I were going to compare long balls to crosses, Harry Kane's long balls are better than Sonny's crosses. I
Yeah.
will admit to that. But in my opinion, Sonny is better dribbler, more pace. He has a better defensive track record. He makes better runs than Harry Kane off the ball. He's a harder worker than Harry Kane, better defender than Harry Kane, and I think offensive wise, the fact that he only has one less you know, open play goal than Harry Kane means that from open play, he's just as good as going forward. Just as good.
Um. Well, I disagree with that because Harry Kane has more goals, he has the same assists.
No, but he has one
As a
more
winger,
open play.
you naturally have more defensive duties than a striker. And I think there was
But you
only
can't
what
just
0.1. I think there was only 0.1% in the difference between duels and tackles. Now, if Son
no.
has more defensive work to do than Harry Kane, and there's only 0.1 in the difference, well, then it just tells me that what Harry Kane is asked to do, he's more effective at.
No,
When you weigh up
because
what Son is asked to do compared to Harry Kane, and then you weigh up the difference in the margin, Harry Kane is more effective.
because in percentages that can be a whole big difference. A
No,
1% difference, a 0.1% difference can be a huge difference. Yes, it can.
no, it's a zero. Yeah, but it's a 0.1%. That's not going to be a massive difference.
No. It's a 0.1. Yes, it does. It can do a massive difference. A
Yeah,
0.1% is different. It's a massive difference. If I give you a 0.1% of
no,
like
1% is a massive difference, not 0.1.
no, no, 0.1 yeah, it is. It still is.
No, 0.3, 0.4. It's not a massive difference.
Yes,
So
it is. Yes, it
if you
is.
weigh it up compared to the duties that Son is asked to do compared to Harry Kane,
And he
how
does
you'd
more.
argue Harry Kane is more effective.
No. But
Um,
okay, but then no, hold on a second. If you compare the same duties that Sonny has than goals, Harry Kane only has one more open play goal than Sonny. So
but he's
I
still
guess you
more
could
effective.
say no, okay, but then I can still say, but then Sonny is still more effective than Harry Kane. He still has more tackles and more percentage, so he's more effective.
But you're only talking about open goals or open play goals. You're not taking goals into a context in entirety.
And penalties. No, but like penalties. You know what I mean? Kane takes the penalties.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you said earlier on you're not too confident with Son stepping up to take a penalty, and neither am I.
No, I
The reason
mean
why
no,
Harry Kane
but
takes the
no,
penalties is because he's so good at them.
because he's
So you
better
have
than
to
Sonny.
argue
I
the
know.
amount of practice and everything else. I would add it. I wouldn't. What I'm going to say is I wouldn't
But maybe
discredit the
because
penalties because
but
he's
then
won them
hold on.
and he's finished
Yeah.
them.
No, but hold on a second. But then I can say also because Mourinho puts more duties for Sonny and puts him more different position is because he depends on Sonny because he's more versatile and he's a better defender than Harry Kane. Wouldn't you say so? I can also use your words against you.
Well, if he was a better defender, would he not be in? Would he not be back for set pieces and defensive set pieces? Then, if he was a better
Well,
defender,
but if he is a better defender because he's dependent more on defensive duties. Harry Kane is dependent on one aspect of defending, which is set pieces, and I already explained it to you because it fits them perfectly. It fits perfectly. Sonny is better at getting the ball from his opposition to the opponent's opposition. That is fact.
yeah, yeah, we're not debating that. That's
No.
not debating.
And Harry Kane is better at heading, header clearances and getting the ball to Sonny, who can get the ball to the opponent. So it just works
Yeah,
better. It's just tactically, it just tactically makes sense. Like you wouldn't put Harry Kane as an attacking outlet in our own half. He wouldn't have the pace to go from our half to the opponent's half. So tactically, it just doesn't make any sense. Why would you
well,
like? Wouldn't you put it?
what I'm
Let me
saying
ask
to
you
you
this:
is right from a set
as a
piece.
manager, as a manager, wouldn't you
Yeah,
put your fastest player as the attacking outlet from a set piece? Yes or no?
not necessarily. No, you put your worst defender
You. Oh,
from a
hold on a
defensive
second.
set piece. You put your worst defender.
No, you wouldn't. You would put from an attacking outlet, right? From a set piece. So every set piece has an attacking
Hmm.
outlet, right? So that it has someone waiting for the
Yeah,
attack. Wouldn't you put your
yeah,
best dribbler, your fastest runner, and the attacking outlet? It just makes sense. Yes, you would.
right. Well,
That's
what
why
I'd
Mo
say to you
Salah is
is
there.
I wouldn't put my best dribbler up there.
Yes, I
because
would.
let me finish.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily put my fastest player up there, and I'll tell you why. Because when a free kick or a corner comes in, the likelihood of you getting that ball under control and getting it to Son's feet, right, is very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. The likelihood of you hoofing the ball.
It's actually happened
So
quite a bit.
I genuinely think, right, if Mourinho had the option, right, and Son could defend and was as powerful as Kane, I believe he would have Kane up there, because when you're clearing the ball, Kane's the one that can get hold of it. Kane's the one that can bully his man to try and get hold of it, not Son. With Son, it has to go directly to his feet or straight in behind. And that doesn't always happen from a set piece. Usually
I'll
it's
say
just
this.
booted up in the air or cleared. So what you need is someone to get there and protect the ball. Now, all
Normally,
we've done, all we've pinpointed here tonight is one goal off that.
hold on a second, not one goal. Actually, I would normally agree with you, David, but actually almost all of our goals, no, not all, but like most of our goals come from our own half. It comes from attacking outlets.
Yeah, but most goals from most teams come
it
from their own
does.
half, because you build up the play from the back.
No. Most of our goals come from counterattacks from our own half. It's not build up, it's counterattacks. So the attacking outlet is important. You would put your best dribbling, your fastest player, as an attacking outlet. You would, because it just makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Why would you
No,
not?
it
Okay,
doesn't.
tell me. No, explain to me. Why
If it
would you
made
not
sense, I wouldn't be
put?
sitting here perplexed.
No. How would you not? Okay, how would you not put your best? Okay, how would you not put your best, fastest player, right? Your best dribbler, your fastest player, and your second most clinical striker as an attacking outlet? Why would you put? No. Let me ask you this: who else but Sonny would you put in as an attacking outlet?
Well, if Sonny could defend, I'd put Kane there.
No,
That
no,
was the
no,
debate we were having.
no. Okay, so you put Kane as an attacking outlet.
If Son could defend, that's
No.
what I was saying.
Okay, no. So you're gonna put Kane as the attacking outlet with Kane's pace and his dribbling. You're gonna put him as the attacking outlet.
So when a corner kick comes in and you're talking about dribbling and stuff, right? Are you expecting us just to take the ball under control and pass it straight to his feet so he can dribble out? Is that what you're expecting?
No, but usually if we header out, Sonny can be in an attacking position to get the ball and move the ball forward. Yes, that does happen a lot of times. Every team set up that way. Every team, it's not a coincidence, right? That Mo Salah, one of Liverpool's, most pacier players, better dribbler, and better finisher, is in the attacking outlet. It's not a coincidence that every team's, winger or, faster player is in the attacking outlet. That's just common sense. That's what tactics are worked for. You put your best dribbler, you put your paciest player in the attacking outlet from a set pieces, because that's where you start off your counterattacking. You don't trust Kane with his pace to get from our half to the opposition. He doesn't have the pace or dribbling for it. You don't trust.
But this is what I'm saying to you. So from our own set piece, you're talking about a player trying to anticipate when a ball's just cleared to pick it up and run out of defence. It doesn't. It just doesn't always happen like that. 9 times out of 10, it's a big hoof clearance. It's not a composed pass to his feet so he can dribble with it. And what I would say to you is the reason why Mo Salah plays there is because he's not going to put him in the box to defend the corner, is he? Look at Mo Salah. He's not going to put him in there to defend set piece, is he?
No, but hold on a second. You do it but every team does it. Even for Messi. Messi has one of the better defensive stats, believe it or not. And actually, even Pep Guardiola said Messi could play as a right back or a defender if he wanted to. He even did. But Messi always starts the attacking outlet. Why? Because he had, well, not much anymore, but in the past, in his prime, because he had the most pace. He's one of their best dribblers, and he's one of the best players getting from our half to the opposition. Sonny is our best player from getting to our half to the opposition. That's why he is put there in the attacking outlet. It's simple maths, man. Like that's like, it just makes sense. Why would you not put your best dribbler and your best player from getting from one half to the other as in the attacking outlet? You need something to threat and a cross, or else no player, like for example, you need a threat from a set piece, right? Because if you don't have any attacking outlets from a set piece, players are just going to bombard your box. They're not going to respect the counter. You need to get someone to respect the counter, which is why you need someone to be in the attacking, to be an attacking outlet. You always do,
Yeah,
and you
but
put.
what I'm saying to you is the only reason my son's probably doing it is because he can't do the defending side of the game. He
No,
can't win
because
headers.
he's our best. No, because he's our best dribbler, and he's our best dribbler, and he's our fastest player, and he's the best with the ball. He's the best from running with the ball. He is better than Harry Kane. Look, listen, David. He is better than dribbling than Harry Kane. Yes, he is better. He is faster than Harry Kane. Yes, he is better at running with the ball than Harry Kane. Yes. He is better at running with. Oh, come on now! You can't just shrug that off. He is. He is way better than Harry Kane at running with the ball. Harry Kane cannot run with the ball like Sonny does. The Chelsea goal, the Burnley goal, the Arsenal
Who's
goal.
fouled?
Come on now, man.
Who's fouled more times?
What?
Who's
Who's
fouled more
fouled?
times?
I don't have that stat. If you want to bring up that stat, I'm not gonna say who, but I don't know the stat. And if you know, if you can bring it up and show it to me, I'll be more than welcome to.
No, I don't. I was just asking to see if you knew.
Well, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting.
But well, actually, I think our most fouled player is actually Lucas Moura, and although Lucas actually is our fastest player, but in my opinion, Lucas is not as good. He loses the ball too much.
The reason why Lucas isn't given that job is because he's better in the air than Son.
No, it's because he loses the ball more than Sonny. He does. He loses the ball more than Sonny.
If it's a defensive set piece, he's putting in his best headers of the ball in the team.
No, he loses the ball. No, he loses the ball more than Sonny. He just does. Sonny is able to get the ball from our half to the other half better than anyone else in our team. Facts. Who else? No. Okay. Who else can? No. Name me a player. Right. I want you to name me a player who can pick up the ball with his feet and run from his half, not passing, not doing a long ball, just pick up the ball from his feet and dribble his way to the opposition. Who else does that better than Sonny?
Ndombele.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on now. Now you're just taking
You said who else does it? Ndombele can do it. We've seen it time and time again this season.
Come on, son. Is our transition. He is our transition.
Lucas can do it. Lucas can run with the ball. We've seen that time and time again this season. He gets brought down all the time.
Better than Sonny. No one in our team does that better than Sonny. No one has scored a goal from our half to the other half more than Sonny.
Yeah.
Come on.
And like I said, you're talking about one goal.
No, I'm not talking about one more goal. We're actually not talking about one goal. Sonny has scored goals from our own half many times. In United, he was still on our half when he scored that. When he made that run, he was still in our half. The Liverpool one, he was still on our half. The Arsenal one, he ran from our half to the opposition. He runs. I'm talking about David. I'm talking about from running from our half to the opposition.
Yeah.
He does that. He does that multiple times. He doesn't just do it one time. Sonny is the key man to our transition to a counterattack because he's able to get the ball and transition from our half to the opponent's half. Come on now. You can't tell me that.
Say that. Just interesting you say Son is the key man in transition to our counterattack. Then why most of the times on our counterattack does the ball go into Kane and then Son's are ahead of Kane and running in behind? So Son is our main threat and our main man for transition from the counterattack. Then why is Kane the one dropping deep?
No, because we're talking
as that creator role and then putting Son in behind. Like we talk about the 4 goals against
because we're talking about set pieces. We're not talking about in general. We're talking about set pieces. From an opposition set pieces to our attack. Sonny does that better than anyone. He's the only one that does it better than any. Like no one has done it better than him. No one. No one has scored from our own half than Sonny to the opposition. No one. That's facts. So he is the best. So that's why you would put him there because he is better from scoring from our half to the opposition.
Well, all I'm saying is like that's not why Son is there. Son is there.
No, yes it is.
Like
no, yes it is.
No,
you asked. No, yes
when
it
a set piece is given, listen to me. Listen to what I'm trying to say. When a set piece is given, your first priority is defending that set piece. Once you have what you figured out how to defend that set piece, right? Then you worry about who you're putting, who's out there. But usually, who's out there is your worst header of the ball.
Every set piece. Every set piece.
That's football. I don't make the rules. Usually, who plays there is your worst header of the ball.
Every set piece has an attacking outlet. Every set piece has an attacking outlet. Atletico has it. Liverpool
I'm not denying
has
that.
it.
What I'm saying
Tottenham
first and foremost, you pick your defense if you pick it defensively. So when you pick it defensively, usually who plays on that counter role is your worst header of the ball.
No,
because
it
you're
isn't.
focused on defending it.
That's
Yes, it
no, it
is.
isn't. No, it
Yes, it is,
isn't.
Marcelo.
No,
It
it
is. It
isn't.
happens
It
at
is
most clubs,
not.
man.
No,
Yes, it
it
is.
isn't. No,
I'm
it
sorry to break it
isn't.
to you, but it is.
No, it
It
isn't.
is.
It
It
just
is.
isn't. It
No, it
isn't.
is.
It
It is.
isn't. It
No, it
isn't.
is.
It
No, it
isn't.
is.
It
I'm
isn't.
telling you it
It's
is.
the best. It's the
Anyway,
best person. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's the best person who can transition from your own half to the opponent's half. It's the best dribbler. It's usually the best dribbler. It's usually the person who's better at the ball, running with the ball. It's usually that the person that's the attacking outlet. Messi is it? CR7 is it? CR7 is one of the best at heading the ball, David. One of the
yeah.
best headers and the ball in history. And he is an
Hmm.
attacking outlet. He has always been an attacking outlet. It is not, and I repeat, it is not who is the worst defender that is in the attacking outlet. For fuck's sakes, one of our worst defenders would probably be fucking, I
Mo
don't know.
Salah would he be
Well, no,
Liverpool's
no, no,
worst
hold on a
defender?
second. One
Let's
of
just
our
go through a
worst,
few Premier League teams. Would Mo Salah be Liverpool's worst defender?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I
Come
don't
on
think
now.
so. I don't know. I
No,
don't
okay.
know.
Well,
I like.
look,
I don't
if
know.
we're
I don't
not
know
going to be
what.
honest, well, then I'll just
No,
take
no, I
Danny
don't. No,
Superchat.
no, 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 no. Because the thing is, right? That's not always the case. I just proved you wrong. CR7 is one of the best headers in the game, yet he plays an attacking outlet. It's not about when you play the attacking outlet. It's not about who's the worst defender. You wouldn't put your worst just because someone's your worst defender. You wouldn't put him in there. You would put a person who's in the attacking outlet who you know you can trust to get the ball from your half to the opposition. That's simple.
Right. So let me just get this straight. So when you're Marcelo, when you're setting up for a set piece, right, defensively,
Yes.
your first thought is who you're going to put on the counter, and not who's your best headers of the ball.
No, no, no. I never said that. I said you have
That's
to
what it
think
seems
it
like.
overall. No, no. You have to think it overall, right? You have
Yes.
Toby, you have Kane, you have a bunch of defenders that can do the job, right? So
Hmm.
you have all these defensive. You also need offense. At defense, you need offense. So who would I put as my attacking outlet? Would I put someone that's slow, who's worse at the ball, and who's a worse dribbler? No. I will put my best dribbler, I will put my person with more pace, and I will put my person who is best at the ball, which is all Sonny is at. He's the best at running with the ball. No one can run at the ball like Sonny. He's our best dribbler, and he's our most clinical finisher aside from Kane. Actually, in fact, if you look at like shots for goal, he is more clinical than Kane. Kane has more shots, but Kane scored more goals. But percentage wise, Sonny is usually more accurate than Kane. But so I would put that as my start of my counterattack, as my attacking outlet. It just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Well, what I'd say to you is hear me out on this. It'd probably make more sense because I think we probably both agree from over the course of the season. Lucas Moore is probably our most foul player.
What?
Lucas Moore is probably our most foul player this season.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, like if you're talking about picking up a ball and trying to turn it over, surely getting Lucas Moore on the ball, turning and getting him to win a free kick and everything else, relieving the pressure. But the reason why Lucas Moore is not doing that job is because he's better in the air than Son. So that's why Lucas Moore is back defending than Son,
it's
is it?
because Sonny. No, it's because Sonny is a better passer than Lucas. His dribbling stats are better than Lucas. He's better with the ball than Lucas. He's fat. Well, he's not faster than Lucas. I'll say that. Lucas is our fastest player, but Sonny is also more clinical than Lucas. He's better than Lucas in like 4 other things. That's why he's there as an
Well,
attacking
to
outlet.
me, to
Who
me,
would
it
you?
would
No,
just
no.
make
Hold
sense
on.
to
Who
get
would
my
you
most
trust?
foul
Who would you
player to pick
trust?
up the ball.
No, no. Who would you trust? Who would you trust more to pick up our ball from our own half, right? Set up a counterattack and either create a chance, like for example, who would you trust more from like for example, there's a corner, right? We get the
Hmm.
ball to our we get our ball from our half,
Hmm.
and then we make a great run, and then we pass it off to a player, and then the player score, or we make a great run, and then from that run that the player created, he scores. Who would you trust, Son or Lucas? I would personally trust Son more because Sonny is more creative. He's a better finisher than Lucas. He's a better dribbler than Lucas, and he's better on the ball than Lucas. The only thing Lucas is better is at pace.
Yeah, look, Son is better than Lucas. I'm not denying that. But for me, like if Lucas is my most foul player, for me that just shows how hard he is to take the ball off him when he's running at you. So in terms of that, for me, I'm thinking I get the ball cleared. I'm going to get it to, I'd have Lucas there because he's quicker than Son. He's able to get to the ball quicker. And then second of all, he's on my most fouled player. So as soon as he gets that, most likely he's going to get fouled. So
That's because
I'm
he runs
relieving the
into
pressure.
opposition. No, he doesn't.
Like you're making
pressure.
it sound like Son picks up the ball and runs at their defense every time. It's just not true.
But he doesn't do it every time, but he does it better than everyone else in our team, which is facts, which is true. He does it. The reason why when Mora, he runs into defenders and then he gets fouled and then he completely kills our counterattack. Sonny is better at dealing with defenders. He doesn't run into defenders more than Lucas. I mean, how many times in the watching long do you get pissed off how Lucas just runs into defenders all the time? You know what I mean? Remember that?
How many times have I sat there this season and said Son's been shit?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't
said a good few. I have. In fairness, I have said Son hasn't been that racist a good few times.
And you know what? I can say the same thing for Kane. I thought he's been shit a lot of games as well. He's been shit a couple of games.
Nowhere near as much as Sonny. Nowhere near as much as Sonny.
No, I think he's been shit as well. And he doesn't put the same work rate as Sonny, my opinion.
Tani Kiriakou says, unreal debate, but Marcelo, I have to agree with David. I love Son, one of my favourite players at Spurs ever. Kane edges it because he has done more over the years and his football intelligence is far greater.
Yeah,
Will
but we're talking about
Son has
season.
way more goals than Salah from open play this season.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Salah does take all the penalties. And I'll say this, I wouldn't even say if Salah is their best penalty taker. You know what I mean? I want to see Mane take a penalty once in a while. I think Salah is just selfish. He's like CR7.
You know, I don't know if Mane would have the coolest to take a penalty. You know,
I think
not the coolest to take a penalty, but dispatch it on a regular occasion like Salah would.
I think
in fairness, Salah's anytime that fucker gets a penalty, I know it's a goal.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like you want like your best player on the ball running than defending. Like that's why you would want him as an attacking outlet. It makes sense. Like Kane, like don't get me wrong, David. Kane is a very good player, but you said himself, he has his limits and he's a player that he doesn't work harder, he works smarter. He knows he can't pick up the ball from our own half and run and and score or create a chance like Sonny does. You just can't. No one can in our team. No one.
Look, I disagree. I think Kane can dribble a ball. Look, he's very hard to knock off the ball. He's very hard to knock off the ball. Kane can dribble the ball.
Okay, hold on. Like, let me just can you share the screen? Like, you wouldn't trust. Kane.
Just James Watson says Kane is a striker. Literally, he is supposed to be our outlet.
But he isn't.
But the reason why he's not is because he's better in the air than Son.
No, it's because Sonny is better at from going our half to the opponent's half. Like, okay.
And Wesley says he just put Mbappe up there for exaggeration.
Yeah, obviously Mbappe is, more pacier than Son. But no, you would put, okay, like for example, right here, right? Like, if you can show the map, right? If you look at the heat map, right? Sonny goes from our half to the opponent's half more than the opposition, right? More than anybody else, right? He does it more than Kane, right? This is Kane. Kane goes from more close to our half to the enemy team, right? Sonny, why you would trust him as an attacking outlet, right? Why you would trust him as an attacking outlet? Who would you trust would you trust Kane picking up the ball from here, running with the ball all the way here, and creating a counterattack? I wouldn't. Not more than Sonny. Sonny can literally get the ball from here and bring the ball here. Like that's why he's attacking outlet.
No, but when you're there as an attacking outlet, you're not just there to pick up the ball and run. You do realize that.
No, I know you're there to also do other things. Yes, obviously. Right. And Sonny does do them.
So does Sonny hold up the ball?
He does. He does actually hold up the ball pretty well. Not better than Kane. Okay. Kane is better at holding.
So if from an attacking outlet, when you're talking about holding up the ball and getting a hold of the ball.
Hold on a second. You can't be this stubborn. You can't tell me, right, that Harry Kane is better at picking up the ball and running it from the other opposition's half than Sonny. Like if you're gonna be fair, you gotta be fair. Sonny is better than Harry Kane by a mile. Like Harry Kane is better than holding the ball than Sonny, but Sonny is better than getting the ball and running with it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying to you. He's not, like 9 times out of 10, he's not picking up that ball and running with it, Marcelo. That's fantasy land. If you think every
he doesn't do it.
is going to land to the guy and he's going to be able to spin on it and run at a player, That's
But that's
fantasy
why.
land.
No, no.
In
But that's
fact,
why.
in
No, but that's
fact,
why he's
actually, I
there.
tell you what. I tell you what's supposed to, what usually them guys are there for. So when the corner's cleared, them guys are actually there to try and get a hold of the ball and get their team out the field and hold it up and get their team up the field. That's what they're there for. You do
Yeah.
realize that, not just pick up
No,
the
no.
ball and run.
And Sonny can do that, which is why he has one of our best accuracy passes in our own half. He actually has a really good hold up play. It's actually really underrated. His hold up play in our own half has actually been better than Kane's. It actually has. So
Right. So again,
no. So you can't.
hang on. Let's put
Yeah, I am
context to
putting
that stats.
context.
No, we're not, because the balls that go to Son 9 times out of 10 are 2 speed. Okay, the balls that come into Harry Kane are up here, they're down here, they're fucking ballooned at him. Let's be fair. Let's be honest about this. How many times have we seen our strikers balloon the ball up, Marcelo? No,
I disagree. Yeah, no, I disagree, and I disagree with you because the same thing happens to Sonny. How many times have I said that Ben Davies' passes
oh
just no?
man,
How many times have I said that Ben Davies' passes are shit? Ben Davies is one of our worst passers in the league. It's not you're thinking Sonny is just like coming in and getting an easy
has
pass,
Son
bro.
just played with Ben Davies?
No, he played with Regulon. But
Okay.
he's played a lot of the games with Ben Davies. But even then, in our own half, Sonny is a better passer than Harry Kane. He has been.
Marcelo,
Like
we're talking
he
about hold
has
up play.
been.
We're
Yeah,
talking about
no,
hold up play
and
now.
Sonny's hold up play is good. It's very good actually. It's
But
very
you said it's better
underrated.
than Kane's, but yet Sonny, most of the ball delivered to Sonny. And like I've proven, so actually, just like I've proven here. So when the ball's put to Sonny in the air, yeah, he can't hold it up. He can't. He just
What do you
can't,
mean?
right? I've already
We can
proven that
hold it
stat.
up.
No, I've just proven, it.
That's
He
because
can't hold
that's
it up.
because
When,
that's because
as much as, I'll be honest with you, right? Do you know Son actually has one of the lowest in the Premier League aerial duels lost?
yeah, no, because he doesn't go for aerial duels because he's
Okay,
our attacking
okay.
outlet.
So,
But that's because
so
he's an
what you're
attacking. No,
saying
no,
is, so
no, no. But you
basically,
said,
you've
but no,
just
no. But
proved
you
my
said,
point.
but
If
you,
the
no,
ball
no,
isn't to Son's feet, he cannot hold it up.
no. But you
Harry
said,
Kane
no,
can.
no,
The
no, no. But
ball's
that's
going into Harry Kane, is coming up here, it's coming down here, and it's not always to his feet. And this is what I'm saying to you. So that stat you just read out,
no, no.
put context on it. The
But
ball's coming into Kane are
aerial
so much
duels.
more difficult to control than the ball's going into Sonny.
No. But aerial duels are balls in the air in our own attacking. Those are defensive stats. Those are aerial duels, defensive stats.
Harry Drew's
You
all
can't.
over the pitch, Marcelo.
Is it? I'm pretty sure you're looking just at defensive stats.
No, that's balls put up to Kane and everything as well.
I don't know about that, but I think Sonny, he is passing, but his first touch and his passing has been just as good, and his hold up play has been just as good as Kane. I think his passing has been accurate. I think his passing, his creativity has shown, his crosses have shown. I think he has been, he has the same amount of assists as Harry Kane. Like you keep acting like Harry Kane is blowing him out of water and chances created, but they almost have the same chances created. And Sonny's passing is actually more accurate than Harry Kane's. Like
Yeah, but
they're creating their creation their
if
creation has
Son
been
has
the
more
same.
passes, if Son has more passes than Kane, right, better passing accuracy, but Kane has the same amount of assists, but then obviously Kane is outperforming in that area.
No, it doesn't because, like I
No,
said,
it
it all
does.
depends.
It
No, it
does.
doesn't. It
No, it
doesn't
does.
because it doesn't because Sonny can't
No, it does
fucking
though.
score the goal for the player. He can't score the fucking goal for the player.
No. Look, Marcelo,
Yes.
I'm just saying, if
No,
you put
you're
attempted
wrong.
passes, so look, this is just let me just make this blunt. So, okay, Son has attempted more passes. Okay,
Yes.
he's more passes completed.
And it's accurate. And it's more accurate.
Right. Okay, but
Keyword.
still has the same amount of assists as Son
Yeah, that's
or
Kane.
as Kane. Right. So therefore, Kane is better because he's attempted less, he's less accuracy and everything else, but he's the same amount of assists. So therefore,
No,
he's
no, no,
better.
no, 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 no. Well, hold on a second. Attempted. No, hold on a second. Sonny has passed more balls in the opposition half, right? Than Harry Kane, and he's more
Okay.
accurate. When you pass more balls, you're more likely to make more mistakes, no? And actually, in your own opposition, so Harry Kane is 17.8, right? And the own half, and his passing accuracy is 69. Sonny is 22.2. So it's basically they're passing almost the amount of same. And in fact, Sonny is actually passing more. And you will agree with me, when the more you pass, the more mistakes you're prone to make. And actually, Sonny has been more accurate. So his passing has actually been more effective.
Yeah,
It's
what
not
I'd
his
say to
fault.
you is,
It's not his fault. It's not his fault that someone misses the chances that he is creating for them. It's not
no,
his
no,
fault.
look, what I'd say to you is okay, like, all I'm saying is okay, if Son has all this better than Kane, then why does Kane have the same assists? It shouldn't be happening. Son should be better with his passing.
His
He
passing
should be
is
putting
better. It's
he should be
he's
putting
a
better
top.
balls. He should be laying better balls. He should be laying better balls onto players then, shouldn't he? Because if Kane has the Son
Oh no.
and Son beats him in all the passing stats, well then how does Kane have the same amount of assists?
Because no, because because the passes that Kane has made, a lot of the okay, first off, I can also twist that fact and put into context. A lot of Harry Kane's assists come from Sonny's brilliance. In fact, so a lot of his assists comes from Sonny
You
brilliance in his run in the runs
how
he
do you know
makes.
that?
Because the balls that Harry Kane has given Sonny, all right, let's go from ball to ball. I can remember it. The 4 goals, right, that Kane gave to Sonny, right? 3 of those Sonny had to make a long run off the ball, right? He had to cover a lot of ground, and he had to beat a lot of defenders to score those goals, and he had to be super clinical to score those goals, right? The ball against United, where
So
he's got
hang
to
on,
fix
Son
that.
is super
No.
clinical, Kane isn't. Is that what we're saying?
No. I'm saying, right, you're saying, well, Harry Kane, maybe Sonny's balls need to be better, right? The passes that you're making, mate, right? You're saying they maybe need to be better. But
Yeah.
also, a lot of Harry Kane's assists is coming off of Sonny's brilliance. A lot of Harry Kane's assists, a lot of the chances he created are really due to Sonny being super clinical and being super effective off the ball. So it's
Sure,
not.
you could say the same the other way, Marcelo.
No, you can't because
No, you can't.
Because only two, like only two of Sonny's assists come from Kane. I'm pretty sure. I think a lot of the others come from other players or something like that. A lot of Sonny's assists don't come from Kane. A lot of Sonny's assists come from other players. So Sonny's actually been more effective at helping other players out, where majority of Harry Kane's assists has come from Son. So maybe you can say that Sonny's had been carrying a lot of his assists and a lot of his through balls with his quick running and
Do
his
you have
clinical finishing.
before we go down that route? Have you got a stat to back that one up?
Well, no, I'm talking about context. We talk about context here, so
No,
I'm bringing in
I don't
context.
think you understand what context means. Context is when a stat is there and there's loads of variables towards the
Well,
stat that can dictate in a certain situation. So therefore, bringing context to it is different. Like that's not context. What I'm asking you is, do you have a stat for
yeah.
that before we go down
Well,
that route?
well,
Like
yeah,
that
I do,
wasn't context.
No, I do. Nine of Harry Kane's assists has come from Sonny. Remember the stat they showed where 9 of Sonny's goals have come from Harry Kane's assists. So you can also flip that around and say 9 of Harry Kane's assists have come from Sonny. And a lot of those assists that Harry Kane gave Sonny had to do a lot. Had to do a lot off the ball, had to beat a lot of defenders, and he had to be super clinical to score those goals. So
Sure,
yeah,
Kane
there
has
is
to
a
be
stat.
clinical. Kane has to beat defenders when he
No,
gets a pass from
no,
Son
but
a
we're
lot of
talking
times.
but we're
Kane
talking
has to beat
about
people in the air.
no, but we're
It's the
talking
exact same thing.
but we're talking about assists. You're saying that Sonny's passing is not effective because
Yeah.
Harry Kane is making less passes than Sonny. But you can also say that the reason why Harry Kane's passing has been so effective is due to Sonny's being so effective off the ball and being so clinical. Because majority of Kane's assists comes from Sonny, comes from Sonny's work off the ball. It does. 9 of
So
his assists come off from Sonny.
So Harry Kane makes the assist, but yeah, it comes from Son. How does that work? I'm pretty sure when you make an assist, it comes from yourself.
Yes, but
Yeah.
because but
So
you got to
then how
take
does
it
it come from Son?
because you have to take it into context. A lot of those assists that Harry Kane made, Sonny had to do a lot of work to score those goals.
What, running behind?
Running in behind, beating defenders, being super clinical, being over the top actually on the XG, being one of the most clinical wingers in the league. Yeah, all those things.
Okay, Harry Kane has to do all them things. What's your point?
No. But we're
No,
talking
he
about
does.
yeah. No, but Harry
Yeah.
Kane but Harry Kane actually.
So hang on. So Son's magical because he does this, but Harry Kane isn't. What one is it?
Because the thing is, most of Harry Kane's assists comes off from Son, while meanwhile a lot of Sonny's assists don't come off from Harry Kane. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of Harry Kane's assists. Let me make it blunt. A lot of Harry Kane's assists comes off from Sonny's hard work. 9 of Harry Kane's assists came. Well, some of them were given from a silver platter. Like for example,
Okay, let me be
no, no,
blunt
no,
to
no,
you
no,
for
no,
a
no, no,
second.
no. Let me be blunt.
I
Let me
just
be
want to
blunt.
explain to
No,
you
no,
what an
no,
assist
no. You're
actually
letting.
means. No, let me explain
No,
to you
no,
what
no,
an
no, no,
assist means
no, no,
before you
no.
go on.
You,
Because you don't know what an assist means.
no, no, no,
An
no. I
assist,
know what an assist
when
means.
Harry
I know what
Kane,
an assist.
when
No,
Harry
no.
Kane
I
makes an
know.
assist,
Yeah.
it
When you
doesn't
pass.
come from Son. Harry
No, no.
Kane makes that assist. An assist comes from Harry Kane.
Yeah.
If Harry Kane's ball wasn't spot on, Son's work is in vain.
Okay, so no, no, no.
Let's
Okay,
be
so
clear.
no, no. Hold on a second. So you don't want to put any context into it. You don't want to put any
I've been
context
putting
into it.
context to it
No, 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 no,
all
no, no,
stream
no,
long.
no, no.
Most
So
people
so
have
no, no,
agreed.
no, no. So no, no, no. Actually, most no. So you don't want to put any context to Harry Kane's assist. You don't want to put any context that a lot of Harry Kane's
No, I'm
assists
telling
that
you
come
what an
on.
assist
No, no,
is.
no. No, 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 no,
You're
no. So
saying
you don't
Harry
want to.
Kane makes
No,
an
no.
assist, but it comes from Son. It doesn't work.
No, no.
That
So you
doesn't
don't.
work
No,
out.
no, no, no. So you don't want to. You don't want to put into context that 9 of Harry Kane's assists has come off from Son, and a lot of those assists that he made for Sonny, Sonny had to do a lot of work, had to do a lot of dribbling, had to be very clinical, and had to beat a lot of defenders. You don't put any of that context. Okay, I'll do the same thing. They have the same assist, so therefore they're the same. You don't want to put any context. You don't want to put any of that context.
Man, all I've been doing all stream was putting context to
No,
it.
no, no. You're
What I'm
not
trying
putting.
to
No,
know,
no.
you
You're
don't
not putting any.
understand.
You
Listen
only
to me
put
for a minute.
context. You
Just
only put
relax and listen
context
for
when
a
it
second.
favors you. You only
If
put
you listen
context
to
when it
me,
favors you.
you get where I'm coming from.
I'm listening to you.
Okay, so Harry Kane creates the assist, not Son. Harry
Yeah.
Kane. Yeah, Harry Kane
Yeah.
makes the assist.
And they have the same
So
amount
then
of
how
assists.
does that come from Son? You saying a 9 of Harry Kane's assist comes from Son. I'm sorry, but the pass has to be spot on.
No, no,
The assist comes
no,
from
no,
Harry Kane, not
no,
from
no.
Son.
The pass. Okay, so and they have the same amount of pass. So Sonny's passes have to be spot on, right? For him to make an
Yeah,
assist,
but I
right?
didn't deny that.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. So and they have the same assist, so they're equally creative.
But what I'd say to you is yeah, they're equally creative, but
Okay,
Son
that's
should be
what I've been
creating
on.
more because it's his job.
I mean, dude, I mean, you can't just be saying that he needs to be creating more than in his job. Oh, so his job is to defend. His job is to play as right back. His job is to play as a left wing back. His job is to play as a left wing. His job is to play as an
No, no
attacking
one
midfielder.
said that.
His
No
job,
one
his
said
job
that.
his job is to defend. His job is to do like you gotta like that's what I'm saying. You gotta take these things into context. Sonny has been doing a lot of different roles. No, no, yeah, we've been going all stream and you haven't gotten it yet. Sonny,
No,
what I'm trying to
I
say,
have. I put
no, you
context to
haven't.
so many
Because
things.
no, because I've been saying Sonny has had to do multiple different roles more than just being a left wing. You're just acting like he's
Harry
just been a
Kane
left
has
wing.
had to do multiple different
Yeah,
roles,
no,
more
yeah,
than just be a striker.
and I get that, and I respected that, and I said that Harry Kane is a great at holding the ball. His creation is great. His long balls are great, and everything like that. But you just say every time I point out a stat and I point out the context, you have just said, well, that's his job. Like, dude, like, come on. Like, you just say that's his role. Like, come on now. Like, you
No.
don't think, no,
Put
no, you don't think,
context.
no, no,
Right.
no,
So
no.
let me put
You
context
don't
to
think
this.
the fact that Sonny does the same amount as defensive work, as Ben Davies and our left wingers, and yet still produces the goal rate that he does, and is still as clinical as he is, and is still as great as off the ball as he is. You don't think that none of that is up to par than what Kane is doing for the team?
Right. First of all, so context to what you just said. Okay. So you were saying there about the reason why I said it's part of his job is because you brought up a heat map saying, look how much Son tracks back. Yeah?
Yeah, he
Okay.
does.
So that's why. Context, right? Context. I'm going to put context to it now.
Yeah.
The reason why I said it's part of his job is because it is. When you produce a heat map and say, look how much he tracks back. Okay. But that's because it's a part of his job. That's why I said that. Not to everything you said to me this evening. In
So it's
fact,
part of his job.
the most stats you put to me this evening, I put variables to them by saying, well, look, Harry Kane, he gets the ball in a lot tougher situations and everything else. So I have been doing that all evening, to be fair. But a couple of super chats.
No,
Paul Gregory says, I have a question. Who do you think is better, Kane or Son?
Son.
Kane.
Son.
Kane. Look,
Son.
stats don't lie. He's been the better player.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You just said
when Son has been here.
no, hold on a second. You just said you got to put into context and you got to put into stats. But then stats don't lie, right? But then the stats show you that Sonny has practically been our best left back, right? Has been been practically a left back and a left winger, and you're telling me that's his job. I'm sorry, but his job as he signed in is to be a left winger, not to be doing this many defensive duties. Like, dude, like.
But when I said that earlier on, hang on. When I said earlier on, right, hear me out, because you know what's going to come. When I said earlier on, but then why are we talking about a left winger so much about his defensive side of the game? Why are we talking about the defensive side of the game, right? You said to me, well, that he has to do that and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mate, what do you mean? Like you're telling me, right, that Sonny is expected to do all of that at a top level, right? Be a good defender, track back, play all these different roles, still score, be one of the top wingers scorer, and you saying that he has to do all of that because
All
that's
these
his
different
job.
roles, on
No,
roles.
all these different
Is
roles,
Kane's only role to
all
be a striker?
well, no, his role is also to be a
So he
creator
plays
and a
two roles
striker.
too, does he? He
Yeah,
plays two roles as well,
Sonny
just like
practically
Son.
no, Sonny plays practically 5 roles, 5 to 6 roles, and I can bring it up here. He's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roles, and so he plays about 5 roles. Harry
No,
Kane overall
listen,
this season, no, Harry Kane overall this season has played 2 roles. Yes,
Marcelo.
I am listening.
Yeah. So you're talking. Well, Harry, like Son is, Son is having to play left back and left mid. Okay, his position
Yep,
is left
and
mid on the field. Well, he's
right
doubling up.
wing, and
No,
attacking
no, that's.
midfielder,
Hang on.
and all these stuff.
That right wing is when he's put out on right wing. That striker is when he's put up to play a striker.
Yeah,
Right? That's different. That's when
and
we
he
have
has to
injuries
fill
and
that
we have to
role.
rotate. But you're talking about, well, Son has to do
Not just
two
also
jobs. He's to play
injuries.
left back and left wing, right? Well, Harry Kane plays centre mid. He plays centre attacking mid. He plays striker, and
No, he
he's back
doesn't.
defending from set pieces. And
Yeah,
so,
occasionally,
like, what's the point?
Yeah, but Sonny does it more than Harry Kane. He has more defensive duties than Harry Kane. It's facts. He spends more time in defensive half than Harry Kane does. It's facts. When you spend more
Right? Do you
time
know
in the
why? Do
defensive,
you know why?
oh, because it's his job. Because it's his job. Well, Harry Kane's job, I guess, it's to score goals. So I guess him winning the Golden Boot
Yeah,
and
but
him
he's doing
being
that.
no,
He's doing that.
but
He's
no,
scoring
no,
goals.
yeah, exactly. And Sonny is doing it too.
So he's
Yeah, and
doing the
Sonny
job.
yeah, and Sonny is doing it too, and
Right.
he's doing a damn good job at it. And actually, in fact, the fact that he's been even more defensive than Sonny than Harry Kane, and actually has the same assists as Harry Kane, wouldn't you say that a guy who spends most of his time on top of the field should have actually more assists than Sonny? A guy that who usually
Are you
spends most of his
serious? Hang
time
on. Are you actually
attacking.
serious
No, no,
here?
yeah, a guy. No, no. Let me ask you this.
Oh my
No, no, no,
God,
no,
man!
no. You're
You don't
telling
even know
me
what a striker does, do you?
no, 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 no. Hold on. Maybe
Do
you
you know
don't
what
know what a
striker's job
striker does.
is?
No, no, no. Maybe you're stuck in the old dinosaur times. New days, strikers are more versatile. That is fact. Strikers are more versatile nowadays. They're expected to be more versatile, just like a fullback. All right. So strikers are expected to create
Hold,
assists.
hold on 1 second.
Yeah, David is taking halftime. He's got to take his water break. I'm still going. I'm like Sonny. I have the work rate of a horse. But I might be having to go soon. This has been already 3 hours and a half. I'm gonna have to eat my dinner, so Davis better hurry up, or else, because this is kind of getting awkward. Also, Will Stewart, thank you for the super chat. Son scored 41% of his goals with his left foot. Kane scores 21% of his goals with his left foot. I'm not accepting that Kane is better with his left foot. No, no, Will Stewart. It's just his job. It's just his job. It's just his job, I guess. Uh, Cody Mack, Marcelo, what's for dinner? Not really sure. I haven't gone down to check. Yeah, and I gotta eat it soon because I gotta wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. So David's gotta hurry up. Come on, David. Getting weird. All right.
Sorry about that, lads. Just had someone
Yeah.
fucking rapping on the
Uh,
door there.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to wrap this up though. It's been
Yeah,
almost like 3 hours and a
yeah.
half. I gotta go eat dinner. Great debate, David, as always. We went at it. So now though, still the best. You have not changed my mind. You'll never change my mind. I'm sorry. You're stubborn.
No, look, sorry about that, guys. Look, someone was rattling on my door. I had to go there. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I had to answer the door. Sorry about that. But look, it's been a great debate. We're going to end it off here. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Thank you so much for the likes on the channel. Thank you so much for the subscribes on the channel. Thank you so much for all the super chats. And don't forget to get your memberships in. Also, don't forget to tune in to We Are Tottenham TV tomorrow from 6 o'clock onwards for the pre-match pump up. It's going to be special. It's going to be epic, and I want to see you guys on there showing me the sport. Get in there make sure you come on the screen and you share your opinions with me about tomorrow's game. Come on, you Spurs.
You okay, David?
Yeah. I'm grand. I'll explain to you now in a sec.
All right, you have a good one.
All right.
Come on.